Yeah, I take hot showers. Hello, everyone. Welcome.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Guns.
I didn't even fucking realize we were live. Holy shit.
31. I don't even remember what I called this one. It was a shitty title.
Hey,
Yeah,
you know what
it
the
was.
title is? The one I suggested.
Oh, it was
I
something
called
about-
it More Than a Feeling, More Than a Feeling. I hear that agenda. I hear that agenda. Or something like that.
Yeah, bias news and 22s.
Bias news and 22s. Oh shit, I guess I should grab a 22. Okay, everybody, introduce yourselves.
Oh, this is technically a 22.
Joseph. Well, you should know names by now, people. So.
Yeah, jeez, that was the big fucking deal last year, last week. Some sergeant.
I'm Andrew. Here's my scary-looking black rifle.
I got my scary-looking Glock.
Fancy.
Because every handgun is a Glock.
That's right.
Unless
Every
it's a revolver, unless it's
Every handgun is a Glock. It's a Glock brand, Glock. Okay, what 22s do we have handy? I don't think Janitor has a 22 handy.
This is
That's a 9mm.
Yeah,
Oh,
9mm.
Is it a Glock?
It's an assault Glock.
Glock.
This guy's
somebody
crazy,
just
man. Stalk Glock.
Is that the Herbs?
Yep. Thank God.
Hey, buddy, are you on your phone?
Yeah, it's on my fucking phone. Can you hear me at all?
Oh yeah, we can hear you. Now, just put it on its side. You know, flip the image to the side so that we can see more of your bedroom. There we go.
Sorry about that, guys.
You know, turning on a light might help too.
Oh yeah, how's my lighting
Light
today?
on.
Looks like it's alright.
Apparently it is.
It's better than usual. I mean, it's not like a cubby hole. Andrew, you don't have your lower third working, but I guess since we did this, fuck it, I'm doing it live. Who cares?
I'm working on that as we speak.
You know, it should not be that difficult. You don't have
There
to
you
worry about the Herbs because it's you can't get that working on your phone anyway.
Yeah, I tried a while ago.
Oh, it's all
Fuck work.
22. Should I go get my 22?
Well,
Yeah.
I don't know. We were
Yeah.
talking about 22s. This is technically a 22. It's going a hell of a lot faster than Andrew's 22.
223 Remington is just like 22 LR super Magnum.
super Magnum. The 22 Magnum.
It's super magnet.
Yeah, it's the 22 super Magnum. Woo! I didn't post this one today because this is about as fucking run of the mill as it gets. It is a Savage Mark II G in left-handed for your southpaw shitlords.
It's probably pretty close to what I have. Might have the one, the
For your
same model in the
South
proper
special
hand.
snowflakes.
But you know what?
But
This
with mapping.
rifle is like $250, and it is a tack driver.
Yep, I got mine for like 300, and I shot one MOA at like 100 yards.
No, that's actually pretty common for 22s, but this sucker has given me a quarter MOA groups. I've had 3 holes touching. I was like,
I'm
oh
a
my
shitty
god.
shot though, so.
I was very excited to have 3 holes touching, and not 3 holes like 1 hole in 3 shots, but at least the 3 shots were touching.
The first time I took my CX4 out to sight in, I was at about 30 yards, and the first 3 sight in shots were just lined right up.
No.
Nice.
You got the first shot, you got excited, and you pulled the other 2.
Maybe.
You guys are your modern 22s. Get with the times, man. Get with
Hell
the
do you have there?
times.
Is that a Cooey?
Yeah, Cooey Model 82, man. World War II
yeah.
trainer.
Trainer.
Hey, Muzz on IRC was talking about those ones. That's what he
Oh
learned.
wait, I think
Serial number 1748. So it's pretty early in production.
fuck. I think I might have shot those when we were cadets. Those 22
Yeah, those are the
Enfields,
ones shooting cadets.
Yeah, fuck. We
This
shot
thing-
those things. They're a piece of shit.
It's pretty beat up a little bit on the stock, but man, it's accurate.
That's a single shot 22, right?
That's right. You got it.
So cool.
Oh, that was something different then. I think we had magazines. Maybe
Oh yeah, it's beautiful. I love this thing. I saw it, I bought it. That's right.
So, Nick, what gats do you have to show? Hey, Herb, what gats do you have to show?
What's your name? I was a little freaked out.
You're gonna have to speak up. I don't know what you did to your mic, but now it's all muffled up.
Yeah.
You need a headset, Nick.
Yeah, sorry about that, guys. I honestly don't have anything really interesting to show as far as guns lately. Just
Dude, do you think we do? Half this shit is just like off the wall crap.
Just a bunch of guys who get bored and bullshit with each other for a week.
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah.
honestly,
Andrew literally only has pleb guns.
Hey. Sorry, Crover. I'm not made of money, and I got my PAL last year, so forgive me.
Well, okay, everybody shut the fuck up. What was that, Herps?
I literally only have the cheap ass guns that literally everyone else in fucking Canada has. The shotgun.
Mosin?
Bring him out. Get him out. Go get him. You have a phone. Take us to the fucking bedroom. Oh. Oh, yeah. He's probably guns on himself.
Draping himself in guns.
What? Is he sucking on a gun? Yes.
Looked like it. Sucking off his cats.
Yo, you should turn on your. You can turn on your light, man. Nick, turn on your light. So there's more lighting.
Yeah, I got it. Fuck. Yeah, it was really all
Covered in guns. Turn on his light. This is quality entertainment, folks. Quality entertainment.
Well, on this channel, anyways.
Bar's pretty low around here, so.
Okay, everybody be quiet. I think Nick's been talking for like the last 5 minutes and nobody can hear him.
Oh, I just cut the shit out of my mouth on the fucking front side of my shotgun.
Sergeant is cooking something.
Someone's pizza rolls are done.
Okay, Nick, I'm gonna lock the camera on you. Everybody shut the fuck up.
So, as far as shit I've done with these, I've had sex with at least 3 of them, either by fucking myself with the bayonets they have, or by lubing up the trigger guard and actually reaching completion with the fucking Norinco. It's actually a really nice trigger for that if you're interested in pulling shit like that, and it's a great way to make other people at the range uncomfortable when you talk about this shit.
So, got to ask the important question here: safety on or off?
Oh, I mean, come on, you don't want to make it interesting, do you?
He likes to live dangerously.
When you put it up, it's got that different angle.
Exactly. Well, with the SKS, you can't fuck the trigger guard with the safety on. It's going to cut you up.
Oh, I see.
So what gats have you fucked?
All of them in one capacity or another. I put up pictures of the fucking bayonet at my ass with the SKS. I think you've seen them before, Grover.
That was you?
He's not joking! I actually remember that!
I'm ashamed that I know what you're talking about.
Thankfully, I don't. I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah, Andrew, I was the same guy who was hitting on you last week.
Ah, great. Thank you.
Oh,
Great.
yeah!
Exactly the kind of attention I'm trying to attract, somebody who's into fucking their guns.
You know what? I thought you were shitting and just doing it for the lol. But yeah, I remember you doing that. That's awesome. That is great, man. Okay, so you fucked the SKS. What else?
I fucked the trigger guards on most of them, and the bayonet, and the Mosin, I haven't tried the bayonet on that one yet, because I still want to get all the cosmoline off it.
Nice.
I've gotten that shit in there before, and it stings like a motherfucker. Like, it is not fun at all.
Great, man. That is great.
What kind of degeneracy have we just descended into?
Is this really that degenerate? I mean, it's kind of normal for us, really.
Yeah. We talk about it all the time. It's just I'm the guy who fucking decides to fucking do it.
Yeah. You're the hero Canada Guns needs.
God, it really says a lot of horrible things about Canada Guns.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? I got something for you that actually kind of relates to you. Adriel was kind enough to send me these for the Crowbar AR.
Where are they?
The crowbar.
Let's see. You see that? Yeah. Yeah. Rectal use only.
So basically, the Herps is going to need some of those for all his guns.
Yep. Excellent. Safety check. Safety check. Safety check your guns.
Hold on. Let me just safety check by like pulling the trigger a few times, aimed in this direction.
Herb's just put a T97 to his head.
The funny thing is with the T97, he could kill himself not necessarily by pointing it this way, but also by pointing it this way and firing. If he just does this, it should probably take him out.
I'm not kidding. So taking a few of the cases, it's not that bad. I don't think guys complain about it.
Shit, I just dropped the gun. Oh well, LOL. So, what have we got to talk about this week? It seems, folks, that Alkali Feldspar, using his Spectre Ballistics account, designated to be 22 Tuesdays today, and flurry of 22 shitposts ensued on Canada Guns.
Yeah, and then somebody else decided it was Tip War Tuesday.
Well, actually, that was just Dead Sky Custom posting his latest abortion. I mean, piece. I'm kidding. I love that guy's work. I really do like it.
You really need to step up your Duracoating game to get on his level, Crover.
Hey, man, you find me a garage in Victoria, can paint guns in, and I'm down. That's mainly it.
In your backyard.
I don't have a backyard. I'm in like a small-ass apartment.
Well, just go down to the local park, drag out your gun parts, and grab some spray paint.
That's very true.
See, that sounds like a problem of living out on the West Coast. If you lived out here, there's woods fucking everywhere. Having a backyard really is nothing special. You got to do it, man. East Coast life. That's the shit. It's
There's lots of woods at BC. BC is like 10 times the size of Newfoundland.
I don't know if it's 10 times, but it's bigger.
It's just him getting stuck in a city is the only problem.
Yeah.
More
Not
than
less people here.
Oh, man.
More than
Nick's
10
got the
times?
disco going on now.
Oh, Nick, that's pretty kinky. You like the lights blue?
Fuck.
The lighting in my apartment is so shit. I just turned on the fucking blue screen on the TV.
You know what? That actually helps. So
But I'd rather
Now-
have guns.
I still can't hear you, but,
if
you
you're on
know.
your phone, Terps, if you're on your phone, why don't you grab like your headset, like your PS3 headset, and plug that into the phone? Because I'm pretty sure that would be better for everyone in terms of what the mic would do for you.
I'll be trying to get it closer because I honestly don't have one.
You know, see, I
Remember
didn't
that, like
understand
cheap
you said
shit
that.
of headphones that came with your phone? Those normally work great.
Yeah, he's doing it. Excellent.
So, Herps, are you trying to keep Hillary Clinton and the other lizard people out of your head there with the tinfoil hat, or?
Oh, this is just my general everyday wear.
Oh, okay.
The lizard people.
The lizard people are a real issue. We don't joke about that. I have a 22 neckbeard stash ready to deploy against the scaly invaders.
Yeah, that's what all the guns are really for. We're not actually into hunting or target shooting or anything like that. It's for the lizard people.
Exactly.
Yeah. Guys, how much work do you think it'd be to put a bayonet on this to go like super fucked?
You know what? You say that, but I'm like 90% sure I've seen a clamp style
Yep.
innate base for 1022s.
Look up barrel clamp bayonet lug or something like that on Google. You'll
Yeah, but
probably
you have
find
to
it.
find a cool tactical bayonet, though.
I'll
Well,
just
you can now, they have like $20.
I actually own an M7 and an M9 bayonet, and it's completely useless for me because I sold my Mossberg 590 and I sold the M4 upper. This thing doesn't have a bayonet lug, which, if you think about it, shame on you, Canadian Forces, for not including a bayonet lug on your C7s.
It's a C8 upper, and that's actually for like the Finnish or somebody.
Look, I don't care about your correction.
I got an idea. Okay, so it's got this barrel shroud on the end, this fake barrel shroud. So what I'll do is I'll get a K-bar and I'll duct tape it.
Do it. Basically the
See
same
if you can
thing.
find that cheaper than dirt thing.
What are the C7 civilian versions like?
The SA-20s, they got a bayonet look.
Well, are they good though? How much are they?
Probably.
Oh, those
fuck,
ones are
Ammo
expensive.
Supply has them on with a big deal right now with bullets. It's actually a pretty good deal.
Ammo
Link.
supply?
Oh fuck! Go on to Canadian Gun Nuts. It's like one of the top hosts.
I don't
Okay,
wanna-
guys.
Fuck you.
Question. I don't know if you were looking at that 22 Tuesday
This
post,
website looks fucked.
but one of them was a 22 or like a 1022 in a stock. I think it was a regular, just a 22 of some variety that looked like a Scar. Let me get it up. But is it
Oh,
like?
yeah, the Ashlets.
Yeah, is that like the full rifle, or is that a stock for a 1022 or
No,
what?
that's a rifle. No, that's not a 1022 for God's sakes. That's a rifle.
No,
There's an
I
actual
figured that.
gun
It's just
you
that
can get.
I looked it up, and I saw a sale for it that was allegedly on a Canadian website that was $350. So like, I'm not gonna buy it. I'm just saying that seems too cheap.
ISSC or something like that has Scar lookalikes for sale. I think you can get 30 round mags for them too, because it's not a fucking 1022 mag.
Yeah, which is great.
Sergeant, I'm on the website, Ammo Supply, right?
Yep.
I can't find it.
Here, let's see if I can find it.
Looks like we're just all so bad.
I posted that barrel clamp bayonet lug if anybody's interested in that.
Cool. Cool. If they have a good deal on it, maybe I get one. Oh wait, those are restricted, aren't they?
Yeah, they're.
So I have to be
yeah.
part of a range, don't I?
Yep. It's an AR-15.
Christ.
It's an AR-15.
So I won't be able to buy it.
Probably
Nope.
not.
Well, you could buy literally every part of it except the lower.
Did you were able to find it on? It's not on the front page anymore, sadly.
No, I can't find it.
There was a Colt Canada flash sale that I just missed. Where was it? There it is.
Where are you? Oh, well, there's actually one thing that somebody asked.
Low cost blowout, 24 hours only. Genuine Colt Canada bulk carrier group. Handles.
Yeah, there was actually one thing that somebody asked us to talk about for once on the fucking post. It
Oh,
was
what
that that story about the farmer in Saskatchewan. Janitor had a pretty solid opinion on that he posted on the post, right?
I think I might have
Yeah,
missed that.
absolutely. No, they're not doing anything wrong, first of all. But second of all, the police are 45 minutes away and people are trying to hold them up at gunpoint. So I don't know what else do you do, right?
What was the story?
So the CBC published a piece, basically, and it was totally unbiased, which surprised the hell out of me. But basically, it just said that there's a Canadian farmer out in Saskatchewan who's afraid for his life, and he's keeping a gun in his combine was the picture they had. And then they had a couple other pictures of guys in grain trucks. One was a picture of an 870 on a dash. The other was an SKS and some kind of a pump gun in the back seat of a truck window.
Oh, they changed that again.
Yeah, but what spurred this on is this farmer was, I think it was his grain truck. I'd have to look at the article to make sure. But 3 guys with masks on stepped into the road while he was hauling grain or silage or whatever he's hauling, drew handguns and pointed them at him. And he didn't stop. He said he didn't try to hit him, but he just didn't stop, and they got out of his way. But it's in an area, Rosewood or something. They've had a ton of theft already. So these farmers have said, you know what, enough's enough. If we're all packing guns in our vehicles, they'll probably leave us alone. It was interesting.
And since this is a developing story, the RCMP hasn't made it known that they're bringing charges or anything. They are looking for the people of the incident that, started all of this, or that, broke the camel's back. Hopefully they find them, and hopefully the people that are lawfully within the law in protecting themselves and carrying a firearm don't get charged, because honestly, if they have a firearm in the vehicle and it is unloaded, then that's kosher with the law.
Yep.
I'm just amazed that the RCMP have bothered to go and look for actual criminals instead of fucking with Canadian gun owners just because. Well,
the thing is, like in situations like this where you're in the middle of buttfuck nowhere and the RCMP takes anywhere from half an hour to an hour to respond to any call, I mean, geez, what the hell can you do?
Well, and that's if they even come, right?
That's
like
right.
A lot of times they just say, "Oh, we'll fill out a report tomorrow" or something like that. So.
That's why you got to defend yourself.
Right. Another safety check.
Looks like ammo supplies out of those SA-20s. Here's the forum link. Take a look at it.
That sucks. So I can order the guns right from Colt Canada?
No.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. What do we got here?
So it's called SA-20?
Yep.
A Colt SA-20?
Oh, you know what? You're not kidding. That's a fucking good deal.
Yeah, it was a really nice deal. I didn't go for it, but it was a pretty good deal. I think they're out now.
Yeah, those Colt Canada rifles don't go for less than like $2,000, and this
No, well, the SA-20 was 1,800 when I seen it on Nordic Marksman. But yeah, you're getting, what is this, like 500 rounds for $100 then? So
Basically, yeah.
it's a
So
pretty
the,
nice deal.
Green tipped ammo, what specifically denotes it? Like, why is it green tipped?
It's just 62 grain. I think it might be steel core.
Okay.
No, it just has a penetrator, a steel core penetrator.
Yeah, so
Okay.
it's just 62 grain steel core. The Army uses it as their light armor penetrator. Because when they originally designed the AR-15 or M16, they wanted a round that they could shoot out of the gun that would penetrate a steel helmet at like 600 yards, something like that, I think it was.
Mhm.
And they started with the 222 actually, and they couldn't do it. So then they messed around with it a little bit, and they got the 223, and they started a 55 grain bullet, which is what the Army wanted, and it still didn't penetrate it. But they're like, all right, well, we'll take it because the 223 and the 222 are pretty much the exact same. They didn't change anything, but they accepted the 223 and they didn't accept the 222. But a 62 grain bullet fired out of 223 will penetrate a steel helmet at 600 yards.
Really?
Yep.
Interesting.
In the
Don't
test that
they
they did
measure-
back in like the 80s or whatever when they came up with that.
Don't they measure in meters?
What did I say? 600 yards?
Yeah.
Same
I know
thing.
Buzzkill.
It was America in the 80s. I'm pretty sure they used yards.
No, it's not. Pierre Trudeau came in the 70s, and that's when he brought in.
America in the 80s.
All right, America. Okay, so basically an AR I can do anything I want. So if I were to buy this SA-20 with the standard hand grip and all that stuff, I could put a railguard on there and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah?
You could take
Alright.
that handguard off and put any rifle length handguard on there.
All right, good.
Yeah. You just need a different barrel nut to replace that Delta ring if you wanted to go free float, and then you'd probably have to chop your sight block or go with a low pro. But yeah, sky's the limit.
All right, good, because I'm probably going to get an SA-20. AR.
Nice.
Well,
Well-
honestly,
Actually, look at the Colt Canada MRR now. They're coming out pretty soon here. Yeah, here, Nordic Marksman's got them right now.
but like one thing to consider is why, like
Why an AR?
Yeah, no.
Why go with the
do you
SA-20?
want a full rifle? Why
Oh,
don't
I
you?
don't know, because I want something Canadian, I guess.
Well, see, I was in a very similar lane.
Hey, man,
Like-
I have like 3 Canadian-made guns. Why not have a modern one?
See, no, but hear me out. I was like, I want a good AR-15. So when I saw a Colt US M4 clone in semi-auto it was a good price. I was like, I'll buy it. And I was like, that's great. And then I realized the trigger was kind of shit, and I didn't like the charging handle, and I didn't like the safety, and I didn't like the mag release, and I really didn't like the handguard. And so I ended up a bunch of parts out, and then literally the only thing that it kept was like basically the lower. I mean, this is still the original lower, but the bolt carrier group is the same, but the charging handle is different, the safety is different, the mag release is different, the upper is different, the stock is different, the fucking grip is different.
I'm not too picky though, like you. Like the only thing I care about, it has to be ambidextrous because I'm left-handed, and I want rails because I want a handguard and tack it out and stuff.
Something
the
to-
MRR is supposed to be really nice, and it has an M-lock handguard on it, so you can put whatever rails you want.
I saw
but they're
FTAC
expensive.
had
Yeah,
posted.
I know, $2,300
Yeah.
FTAC had posted he played with one and he wasn't impressed at all.
Oh, yeah?
with what?
Yeah,
With what? The
With
MMR? The
yeah,
MRR? Oh.
yeah. Said it didn't seem worth the money.
Another thing you can look at, what the hell? DPMS is half decent. BCM is supposed to be really good. And what's the one that used to be Bushmaster? Windheld Weaponry. They're supposed to be really good too.
Yeah, Wyndham. Yeah, I've been looking at that one.
I
Yeah,
was. What were you gonna say? Sorry.
I was going to say the other thing to keep in mind, like I built that little 10.5 inch, and I got some good deals on some used parts between Crover and Beaver Nuts. But I mean, it's got all high end stuff in it, and it was only $2,000. So, and like quite a bit, arguably quite a bit better than the Colt, in my opinion.
Yeah,
Way
just-
nicer trigger, way nicer barrel.
The trigger alone.
When you get up into that price range, it starts being more worth it to build it. If you want something for under $1,000, like a Windhelm Weaponry or a Bushmaster or something like that, you're gonna be great.
And if you really feel like it, you can just buy one and wrinkle one. Just say,
I
fuck
know
it.
I'm a fucking Chinese piece of shit.
Man, those things run. That's the thing. They run. There's no
Of course, China's
no,
like
no, no.
Russia. They make it together and it fires.
It's no M305. It's a fucking AR-15. Then it runs. It'll run as long as you feed it ammo.
I don't know. Maybe I just build one then.
Yeah, that's what I tell people. Everybody's like, "Oh, I don't know how to start an AR." Go fucking Saskatoon Gun Works, buy an AR Precision strip lower, have fun.
Find yourself a nice lower. I can't remember what kind it is now, but there's one that has a hex screw in the grip. It allows you to clamp it down securely to the upper.
That's pretty
which
sick.
is a fucking awesome idea. I can't remember who it is. It might be Air Precision.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
Because the Saskatoon Gun Works.
I think they're sold out right now, but keep an eye on them. They get them in all the time.
You don't even have an RPAL though, so what the hell does it
Yeah, I
matter?
do. I have a handgun, remember? I have a handgun.
Oh, never mind. I'm retarded.
Yeah, you are, because I've been showing it like every episode I'm on here.
Shut up.
We just thought you were in a motorcycle club or something.
He's that guy in Saskatchewan that was blasting handguns at people.
What?
No, I don't think so.
Whatever you guys were talking about earlier.
I don't hear about that.
Well, he wasn't blasting. They're just trying to hold up grain trucks at gunpoint.
Oh, yeah, that one. I heard that one.
AR Capote.
Which is a really weird thing to do. I don't know.
I was going to say, which brings up the next point. What were they planning on doing with the grain truck?
I don't know. Maybe they just wanted the guy's wallet and they figured this is a good place to do it because, you know, the cops aren't going to be anywhere nearby. Maybe.
Well, that's the whole point of, that's the whole premise of rural crime and the whole premise of there is more people out in the boonies that want to own guns versus the city folk. Because the people out there need it and the city folk are just scared of it.
Well, that's the weird part. Like if I'm in the tractor or anything like that, I'm taking a rifle anyways because that's the literal best place to shoot coyotes from.
Mm-hmm.
They're not afraid of tractors.
And Jenner goes in another fun backwoodsy story.
No, I'm just saying that there's
they're
every
not scared of
tractor out there's
tractors.
got a gun in it.
Tractors can't run them over. They can outrun it, so they're not scared of it. They'll just wander around and you just fucking boom, shoot them.
Speaking of coyote guns, what you got there, Sergeant?
Oh, this would be a dope coyote gun.
Locking
Yeah,
up.
I got a new scope on this thing. Is it there? Yeah, there it is.
Sick. What is that?
This is the Primary Arms 4-14, and this is their Orion, so this is actually for hunting.
How do you like it?
It's pretty cool. I just used it today. I'll try and show it off here.
Like the quality, like the clarity
Oh, yeah,
and
the
everything
glass is really
seems good?
nice.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, because they're cheap, aren't they?
Yeah, this one's like $300 here. See if I can get
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
It's cheap.
Yeah, it's like $360 or something for this one.
Get the fuck out of here! I paid $400 for a loophole that's only a 3 to 9.
Yeah. Did you get that from Cowboy Tactical?
Yep, Canadian Tactical
Yeah.
Cowboys. Fuck, this is really hard. I can't get this to work.
You know, it's easier if you move the camera and just.
Yeah, there we go. There's kind of the reticle.
Cool.
So you can see those lines on the side are for ranging deer, coyotes, mule deer, but whitetail deer. It all works. Here, I'll try and screen share and I'll show you guys the video on their website.
No, it's fine. We can't really show that. Probably get trademarked.
Yeah.
But
who likes to go find it anyways?
yeah.
No, it's a display page, I'm sure.
Now, question: I overheard you in the pre-show talking that you had an issue today.
Yeah. My steel magazines are falling out of my gun.
Huh?
Oh,
Did he just die?
There we go.
Whoa!
No, I should. You guys
Quite
see
the
me?
tunnel you had there.
oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
God,
just the
back.
list.
There we go.
Whoa!
So you see, let's try to show it there. So this, from the bottom here up to the top here, is the height of a whitetail deer at 300 yards. From the top of here, or over his chest. So if you measure the bottom of his chest to the top of his back, that'll be this far at 300 yards. For a mule deer, from the top of the 3 to the top of the bar will be the height of his back at 300 yards. And for a coyote, you go from the bottom of here to the top of here will be from his feet to the top of his head.
Huh.
That will allow you to range it. And then, yeah, it's BDC'd for 223, 308, and 5.45 by 39 apparently also works.
Really?
And
Oh,
30
yeah.
at 6. It says 3 at 6 right there.
That's interesting. I have this. I have on my AR 223 Bushnell. And that one is said to be range for 223, but when I tested it, it just seemed to be a little bit all over the place.
Well, yeah, I didn't take it out to 200 yards. I can't go back to. But anyways, like with this one, there's a chevron in the middle, and the top of the chevron is where you zero at 100. And if you want to shoot at 200, you aim for the bottom of the chevron.
That makes sense, right? Because if
So
you
there's-
zero at 50, then you should be just a couple inches low at 200.
Yeah, it's very close. And then as you go down, it's like 3 or 4 or 5 from everywhere else. There's also wind holds on there too. So like you notice how the bars were different length. That's actually for your wind hold at 5 knots. 5 miles of wind at every distance.
So how does the mag catch work on that rifle, and what do you think is happening?
Okay, I think it's just too light. The mag catch on this, it's the same as any. Well, I'll see if I can get the mag hole in there. Yeah, there it is. But it's really light. It doesn't take any force at all. And then as the bullets, well, it might also be, actually, if you look at it, you can see how it's square in there.
Yeah.
You kind of see that? Whereas the AR I have is beveled on the bottom.
Yeah, that's right. I see that on mine.
Now, is it like an AR where you can tighten that up by spinning it?
Maybe. I haven't checked.
Yeah, you press that side all the way through, like past where you usually would, and that pops the other end, and you can grab the tab on the other side of the receiver and spin it to tighten it.
Yeah, not sure you can do that on this one.
Yeah, I was just curious. I don't know either.
I'll take a better look, but yeah, I had a mag here. And then with these Beowulf mags is the one I was having problems with. You can see that round gets in there. And then as the next one comes up, it will hit the release and fall out of the gun. I could probably actually, let's try something here.
Let's not use live ammo on the show.
I don't have any dummies.
Okay. You heard it, folks. He said they were dummies. We're good.
I don't have any dummies.
He said, "You're a dummy."
Yeah.
Oh, whoops.
It's on safe, so it should be good. Keeping my finger away from the trigger.
That'd be funny if it just went off.
Bang. 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 Bang.
Oh, of course, now it's not doing it. At the range, it fell out.
Was that a LAR 15 10 rounder pin to 5?
No, this is the 50 Beowulf.
I mean, yeah, Beowulf. That's what I meant.
These ones work fine because you can see there's no bullets in there that can hit it. So.
Oh, okay. Well, that sucks, man. I hope that gets fixed. I mean, that's a what, a $2,000-$3,000 gun.
Yeah, I mean, I could use those PCV ones. They'll probably work fine, and I'm sure they'll drop free. Pretty much everything seems to drop free in that gun. It's got a really nice mag well.
Nice. Oh well.
Now I got bullets all over my desk.
Question. So when building an AR, what has to be registered if I were to buy a piece?
The lower.
The lower.
The lower.
And then once you populate it, technically, if it is completely assembled and it stays assembled with a particular upper, within 30 days you need to let the RCMP know, which is something I didn't know. And I don't know if I've told the RCMP yet that this has a different upper on it.
So, so can I buy the piece? Will it be part of a range?
Maybe.
Depends
maybe
where you
not.
live.
Yeah, it depends on your province.
Oh,
I
I
think
know.
Ontario doesn't have that provision anymore, but I
Yeah,
know.
no, you bought your handgun, so it's the same as that.
Yeah. I bought mine off a guy from Reddit. So.
Well, you still have to get it registered through the CFO.
Yeah, I
so-
know, but I can buy this from the store though. So.
Yeah, you'll be fine. You're in Ontario?
Yeah.
You buy from an Ontario store, you'll for sure be fine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
in Ontario,
buy
you
from
don't have to have
Or
a
else
range
you
membership.
may or may not have to get
But
a range
Saskatchewan
membership.
is in Saskatchewan, so.
Saskatchewan, you do need a range membership, but Ontario, you don't. So I don't know if they'll do it from where you are or where you're buying it from. It depends. Like if Saskatoon Gunworks calls the Ontario CFO and gets it registered through them, you'll be fine. If they call the Saskatchewan CFO and get it registered through them, you're gonna have to get a range membership,
damn.
which is stupid, but you know.
Well, they should call me in Ontario. It's common sense. 'Cause I live here, so. But was that lower? It told me to get. Was it the lower standard?
Air
That's
position.
Gun Gun Works.
It's the $100 one, $99.99.
Oh, okay. So
I
the
think
one
it's like
that's-
a X15 or something they call it.
Oh, okay. I see it.
So, guys, that Bushmaster I linked. What do you think of that one? Not that I'm going to be buying AR anytime soon. Don't have my RPA out yet, but
I think Bushmaster is under Freedom Group, so quality.
right.
It's up to you if you want
Yeah,
to gamble.
good point. I completely forgot about that.
I mean,
I've got the Bushmaster M4. I think they call it the XM15, but the Magpul edition.
Yep.
Picked it up a few years ago, and it's totally fine. It's been a great gun. Actually, it's a tack driver.
Yeah, it's the one I'm looking at now.
No
This,
complaints with it at all.
If I were you, I wouldn't buy it from these guys. I've seen them better priced elsewhere.
That
Well,
was
yeah,
going to
fair
be my
enough.
next point. Is I paid that much for the Magpul edition. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
seen
not
them
that the
priced-
Magpul furniture is expensive, right? Like it's probably maybe $100 tops extra for that kit, but still.
I've looked at their website before, and they sometimes have the. This is like my local gun store. They sometimes have the wind and weaponry ones on for like 800.
I'll get one of those then. I hear
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
I would
supposed to
too.
be better.
I mean, it's a nice AR by the looks of it, and $800 is pretty good for the full thing,
Well, you can get I've seen those for $800 too.
Okay.
hey Herbs, tell us about your Chinese hand grenade over there.
I'm actually pretty happy with it. The only thing I don't fucking like about it is the iron sights are garbage. Like all the problems that people have been having with ammo getting crimped or mags not working well, I've had no grief there. But the fucking iron sights are shit. Like I have to, at the 100-yard range, I have to set them at 300, and I'm still hitting low on the target. But so I got a fucking Bushnell red dot on the way. So hopefully, once I get that sighted in, I'll be able to actually.
How are you planning to attach that? Are you gonna get those like $250 flat uppers?
No, there's actually a little adapter piece for like $40. The last I saw it was at Canada Ammo, and basically it adapts onto the. Let's see right here the rail that it's supposed to have, and it works like a normal Picatinny rail, and you can mount normal optics to it without having to spend fucking $800 on the actual QVZ fucking scope that comes with it.
Wouldn't you feel better having a proper cheek weld versus a chin weld?
Depending on where you actually mount it might not be that bad.
Kind of holds a little different in general, so I kind of like keep my face a bit higher up. Ideally, my plan is to fucking get my RPAL, buy a fucking AR, and sell this.
Well, you could. I mean, where depending where you're stationed. I mean, do you have a range nearby and whatnot?
Yeah, I'm a member at a range.
Well, yeah, no, but is the range nearby versus taking the T97 out of the bush?
It's like 10-minute drive away.
Oh fuck yeah, man! Then just go for an AR.
Yeah, like I don't know why I didn't bother getting my RPAL in the first place, but
Yeah, Andrew, you should listen to him.
I couldn't. I literally couldn't. There's no one around here that offers both at the same time.
That's dumb.
I know it's dumb. I agree completely. It makes no sense, but there's nothing I can do.
So hey, Herbs, how come you're pounding that Chardonnay?
oh, it's my birthday.
Oh,
Yay!
cool.
Happy birthday.
Happy
How old are
birthday.
you? How
Did
old
you
are
stick
you?
anything fun up your ass for your birthday?
Yeah, just turned 28, so rather than actually go
28? Holy shit.
drink alone with my guns.
Yeah, attaboy.
That seems like a good plan.
Now, aside from the fear-mongering, which seems to be incredibly prevalent for the last week, let's see what else has been on the... Oh, actually, True North Arms managed to create a shitpost to beat all shitposts.
Oh, that one was great.
Yeah, I'm actually a little bit ashamed to admit that I did not have a shitpost this week. Instead, True North Arms managed to shit it up accordingly. Your Sunday AR-15 meme. So why hung with an AR-15? Because it's 2016, motherfucker.
Ooh.
Throwing that quote back in Trudeau's motherfucking face.
And
That's true,
yeah,
though.
the comments were appropriately spicy. For a second, I thought the hunting with an AR-15 became legal. I'll keep dreaming. And it was in 1987. Then some asshole used a different gun to kill some women and thought restricted. The gun used isn't. Ours is.
That what I linked is an AR that Wyndham makes. That's literally wood.
Oh, those ones are fun. And this is and then quick 4 quick dub said, do you want dead babies? Because that's how you get dead babies. And then actually Diablo Man down here, he started a really fun discussion, I think. Oh yeah. If the AR-10s were non-restricted for hunting, I would love to build one with the wood furniture. And then he posted this beauty, which I agree. I would love an AR-10 with wood.
That would be nice. It almost looks like a FAL. I don't know. For some reason, it does.
Oh, look at that A2 stock. I love it.
Yeah, that's nice.
But yeah, the shit post of the week was not from Krover. It was from True North Arms, which, by the way, those guys seem to be doing really well. Then we have apparently John Grand, creator of the iconic M1 Grand, was Canadian. I did not know that.
Yeah. He created M1 Grand and M14.
Yep. And let's. This is nice. Number 3 was we need your help. We need you on September 19. Caliber Mag did a campaign to contact your local members of parliament. Let's do a sound off. Who contacted the local members of parliament? I did.
Yeah, I had a meeting with mine.
I did twice.
Let's talk about that. Let's start with Janitor. What did you do?
I talked to him a while back about the 1022 stuff and said it was bullshit, and he agreed. And then I sent him a letter on the 19th, kind of with the same talking points as everyone, saying that this is ridiculous and it's hard to take the laws seriously when the laws are stupid. And the fact that they're trying to make more stupid laws makes me ashamed to be a taxpayer. More or less. I was much politer than that, but off the cuff. And I haven't heard back on that letter yet, but if you Google my constituent's name, sorry, I'm the constituent. If you Google my member of parliament's name, he is Blaine Calkins, and he's the take them from my cold den hands politician here in Canada.
Oh.
So, yes. So kind of preaching to the choir, but they log everything that you email or talk to them about at every office, so it's good to have on record.
I'm debating whether or not I'm going to send my guy a letter because he's basically my local red fence post. So, you know,
he still has to log it, right? They have to record that. So do it, no matter even if he disagrees. Do it.
Yep.
I've met the guy. I mean, there's not much to him, to be frank, and he basically got elected because in my writing, everybody votes red. It's that simple. You know, it doesn't matter who it is. It didn't, like, Hitler could run for the Liberal Party, and I'm pretty sure he'd still win.
Well, at least Hitler's smart compared to mostly liberal idiots. So.
But yeah, no, the red fence post thing comes from CTV during the election coverage. I forget exactly who it was, but one of the guys on CTV was like, "Yeah, you could literally run a red fence post in my riding, and they would win." And it's not even a joke. It's not even funny because it's true.
Oh, that's a little concerning, but you know what? It's a democracy, and if the democracy doesn't work, oh well. There's that saying, isn't there? There's like democracy is, wasn't something like there is.
Sometimes the tree of liberty must be refreshed with the blood of patriots.
That one, yes.
Democracies, except for all the others.
Yeah, democracy is a terrible way to govern, except for all the others, something like that.
Yeah, that's paraphrasing of Winston Churchill's quote.
Yeah. So how did you talk to your member of parliament, Herbs?
So I actually got an appointment with him and met with him before he went back. There was some good and bad to it. He is a liberal, so I mean, but we do live in a rural riding. I've got Wayne Long. So the bad was he started talking about assault weapons, and I tried not to control autism. The only good thing that he mentioned was he knows that in his riding, supporting gun control will lose you the election here. We're out east, and there's a lot of hunters, a lot of target shooters, so he knows that he has to watch his ass on the subject. So there is some hope there.
So basically, he preaches the party stands, but knows if he does follow it, he's fucked.
Pretty much. Yeah, like I've had an in with him before because we've met in some other events when I was running a parade and shit, but yeah, he doesn't seem to be really into gun control. The only thing he mentioned was he vaguely mentioned assault weapons, which I'm sure he has no idea what actually classifies as that. But
You know what? I think somebody actually made that post a few days ago. It was like, let's build a collection of information for meeting with an MP.
yeah, and I actually talked to him about that because I asked him what he thought an assault weapon was, and I kept on mentioning, you know, full autos are already banned in Canada. They're already prohibited. Sadly.
Yeah.
So you guys were talking to your premiers?
Or members of parliament.
Ontario, man. I'm not gonna talk to my Ontario. They're fucking retarded. I have Kathleen Wynn in charge. Are you kidding me?
They still have to log your visit.
Yeah, what I did is I looked it up using Caliber's link on their page. It just takes you to the Canadian Parliament website. You put in your
Postal code?
your postal code, and it throws out which riding you're in and what the name and contact information of your member of parliament representative. In my case, here in Victoria, it's Murray something or other guy. He is used to be a law professor, and he's NDP. And just for those of you wondering, they want to enable municipalities to ban handguns. So that's the party line. Hopefully this guy knows something. I mean, if he's a law professor, he knows the law, and hopefully.
No, I don't know.
I mean, I'm at this point, I'm just hopeful.
Here's the thing about I'm in university right now, and here's the thing about university professors. I mean, I will give them the fact that they usually know about things in their realm of expertise. But if you talk to anything remotely outside of that, they're nuts. I mean, to be completely frank, and I don't use this lightly, I'm not that type of person. To be frank, I've met many university profs who are just straight up Marxists. Just insane. Just like, yeah, down with capitalism.
East, you goddamn commies.
Sorry?
That's only you folks out east, you goddamn commies.
I really doubt that, but okay. Most of them tend to be from Ontario, but yeah.
What was that, Herb?
You're in BC, the land of the Green Party and the fucking hippies.
Yeah.
I know. It fucking sucks. You know how many dispensaries are within, like, 3 kilometers of my house? It's ridiculous.
Covert, why do you say that sucks, man? I wouldn't care, honestly. Not that I partake.
You know what's the silliest thing? I have never smoked marijuana.
Wow, you're lame.
I know. Trust me.
You have a boring life, don't you?
You know what? I had the opportunity in college. I had the opportunity in high school. And I had the opportunity after I graduated. And I just never took the chance. And then I made some career choices that, don't let me use that kind of substance. Not that it's illegal or anything over here. I mean, I could just say my back hurts and go get a fucking weed card, literally, from any doctor here in Victoria, especially. And I could just be well on my way to some medicinal Mary J. But, yeah. Oh, let's wrap up the MP story. Yes, I emailed my guy. Hopefully he has a brainwave and wants to talk about it.
I yelled mine about the 1022 mags, and I never heard back from her.
I don't have a whole lot of hope on a 1022 issue, especially.
Honestly, at this point, it's a waiting game. Somebody out there, some new recruit of the RCMP is gonna be, or some conservation officer that just loves their RCMP reports is gonna find somebody shooting grouse with one of those 25 rounders and start the shitstorm.
Yeah.
And it'll suck for the guy that gets caught, but I mean, at this point, we're just literally waiting for him.
Guys, just to be totally 100% clear, pinning magazines counts as, not having an overcapacity magazine, right? Just 100%. There is no doubt.
As long as they are limited.
Okay. And it doesn't matter if they're a factory or not,
It's
right?
not a centerfire rifle. It is a pistol mag, and they can be up to 10.
As long as you can't pull it out. So like, if I could reach in here, wiggle this out, and pull it out, and then put it back in, then that's legal. But seeing as this one's in here all and securely, and it won't come out without me drilling it or knocking it off with a die or something, it's legal.
Cool.
But like, if I go in here, crimp it down with a pair of pliers so that I can just pop it out and put it back in whenever I want, then it's illegal.
Okay. Also, for people out there in, well, the small amount of viewers we have, in case anyone needs to make any changes to anything, you know, just so they know what they're doing.
Yep. I actually have done my part of keeping somebody out of jail. I think somebody else I was talking to said the same thing. I was at the range, and Buddy took out his 25 rounders for his 1022, and I just informed him that those had been made illegal, and he was just as surprised as anybody would be expecting when they are informed that they are in fact in possession of prohibited devices.
Interesting.
Hold on.
Sorry.
I have to go, you guys. Good night.
Night, Joseph.
Good night.
All they do is they just started confiscating them from stores and put a bulletin on their own website because who the fuck regularly checks the RCMP website? If you're not
There's been no real campaign to inform owners of said magazine that it would be in fact prohibited. I mean, did anybody get a letter saying that they had, you know, the possibility of owning prohibited magazines?
I didn't get shit.
Exactly. I mean, anybody with a license in Canada should have at least gotten that, considering the fact that, in all honesty, it might be the most ubiquitous 22 caliber rifle in Canada right now, short of a pile of cooies in people's barns.
Interesting story I've got, and I've got two relating to the local gun store trip I made the other day, and one of them is the one I mentioned to Crover, or I mentioned in Crover saw it, and the other is one I'm about to tell you. So that relates to the 1022 mag thing. So I go to the local gun store and tire kick decently regularly, but I do buy stuff often enough that it doesn't bother anybody. But anyway, I was talking to one of the guys there who I know, and he was telling me a story about how somebody came in looking for 25 round 1022 mags, and he calmly informs the guy. He says, "Yes, sir, those have been made illegal recently via an RCMP bulletin." And the guy's like, "Yeah, I know." And he's like, "So they're illegal?" And then the guy's like, "Yeah, I know. Have you got any?" So the guy was just straight up trying to buy him, just, you know, no problem. And I told him about how I think it was Crazy mentioned how he saw like BX25 mags somewhere like years after they'd been prohibited in a store for sale. Anyway, I thought that was funny. My other story was one of the articles posted on the subreddit was of a recent break-in and theft of firearms in Holyrood, which is a place in Newfoundland that's about, we're going to say, like an hour away from where I live. I was at my local gun store, and I think I actually overheard the guy whose guns got stolen talking about it, because he was talking about how he was getting ready for a hunting trip like that morning or like the next day, and he had his guns or a gun out in his truck, and he goes in the house to get something, comes back out a little while later, and it was just gone. Like he couldn't find it, didn't know where it was, just gone.
The truck or the guns?
The truck. Sorry, let me correct myself. Not the truck, the guns. I'm trying to say the truck was there. The guns were gone. He said he looked in the truck, looked all over the place, couldn't find it, thought he might have somehow left it in the house, couldn't find it. So he said, had to buy this one. I'm in here to buy this one now, guys, because, I mean, you know, those bastards took my other one. And then he said, luckily, you know, everything went fine. I mean, with the cops, I mean, can you imagine if I came in here, I couldn't buy any more guns? And the boys were like, oh, yeah, man, you know, that'd be weird, because I take it he buys a lot of firearms. So, you know, he had a bad day that day.
Yeah, just a reminder, folks, to always put shit in cases. Don't be carrying that out in the open to your cars. I know.
Oh,
it's not an issue, and it's perfectly legal to do so, but...
No, I'm always conscious about that. I mean, like, right now, I live in the city, and I live close-ish to an intersection that's fairly populated. So if I'm moving anything, I always try to be as quick as possible and not make it obvious as to what I'm carrying. That's why I got like one of those green surplus bags for my 1022 because it's got a folding stock on it. Fits in it perfect. If you're carrying one of those, no one's gonna think, "Oh my God, there's a gun in that. I should go rob his house." You know.
Yep.
Or like for my Mosin, I keep it in the cardboard box because it's a big long cardboard box. You know.
Have you shot that thing yet?
Okay, I'll tell you now. I tried to shoot it. I brought it up to the pit. Was gonna shoot it one day. Loaded it up, no problem. And I went to shoot it, and I thought I fucked up the trigger assembly because I took it apart and cleaned it out and put it back together. I thought I fucked up the trigger assembly, so I was like, "Oh shit, I'm gonna have to bring it home and fix it and come back another day." And no, didn't fuck up the trigger assembly. The bolt's safety was on. I put it back together, and part of putting I took it apart and like cleaned it off and oiled it again. And part of putting it back together is at the very last step, you have to take the safety off, and I forgot to take the safety off. So
Wait, what? No, you don't.
When you put it back together, well, the video that I looked at putting it back together, the safety was on. Like when you put it back together, if you get what I mean.
Man, that would make it like extra fucking hard to take apart.
Okay, no, let me listen. Okay, so presumably it came with the safety off, but I took it apart, oiled everything, and when I put it back together, the video I followed, by the end of it, the safety was still on, or was on when I put it back together.
Oh, I guess you could do that.
I like, it's not like I intentionally put the safety on. I just followed the instructions and he never mentioned it. So, and then I didn't think about it after because I knew there was a safety base in the bolt, but I just didn't really think about it because I figured, oh, well, I didn't put it on. So, you know.
So you took the gun out, you tried to shoot it but couldn't, and then when you took it back, you realized the safety was on?
Yeah, exactly. I got home. I got back to my buddy's house afterwards, like literally half an hour after, and I was like, wow, I know why I can't shoot it. He's like, why? I'm like, because the safety's on.
Good job, buddy. Good.
Yeah, I know, right? I took the safety off, like at that moment, and I put it away, like with the bolt separate. I put it away, and I was like, yeah, well, you know, that's not going on anymore.
That's pretty remarkable of you to manage to do that. I gotta tell you.
There was I was trying to take my SKS out of its stock so I could clean it, and I was sitting there smashing on the fucking little pin that you got to pop out, right? Could not get it to go. Couldn't get it to go. I was like, what the fuck? Because well, no, actually, I put it back together and I didn't put that spring in. That's what it was. So I was trying to take it out to get that spring, and it wouldn't go. I was like, what the fuck? So I made a post on our SKS. A couple minutes later, keep fucking pounding on it. Then I look, I'm like, wait a minute. Fuck the safety popping out. I'm like, God damn it.
Good job.
Yeah, you need to take safety off in order to take trigger off on SKS.
Yeah, you do. Actually, a buddy of mine had the exact same trouble. He just bought his SKS, and I wasn't with him. And not like half an hour after he sends me the text, I just bought an SKS, is like, I can't take it apart. And I was like, watch a disassembly video. And like a minute later, he goes, oh, the safety was on. But to finish talking about the 25 rounders, both me and Pterodactyl Hunter still see those in stores.
Great.
It just seems that the enforcement is not there, the communications is not there, and it just doesn't seem that the process is actually happening. Like they said that they're banned, but are they really? And the other thing that I wanted to talk about regarding that is I myself have seen BX25s in stores. This was about 2-3 years ago, right when I got my license. I was at the Bass Pro in Calgary, walking around, and lo and behold, in one of the ends of the shelf, there is a pile of BX25 mags. And I was like, you can buy these? I took it up to the counter, and they go like, yeah. It was like, okay, and I probably got the fuck out of there because, yeah, they have those, or they had them. I guess it seems that maybe they just got them on the order from the U.S. and nobody bothered to check it.
So, okay, so BX25 mags, if you had one and it was altered so that way you could permanently only hold 10 rounds, then is that still okay, or are they totally straight up banned?
No, they're name banned by a bullet.
Okay. Yeah.
Simply because they are advertised as fitting
right.
The 1022 and the 1022 fucking retarded Charger.
Fuck.
Okay, so now would those now be considered legal again if they're pinned to 10?
No idea.
Because now they're saying all 1022 magazines are also designed for the pistol, and then
No,
you just need to be paid for 10.
there is absolutely, not to my understanding, any kind of reversal on that bulletin. They went back on their fucking word on the bulletin saying that dual-use magazines were okay, or whatever the fuck that was.
Fuck the dual use bullshit.
Yeah, it's pretty dumb. Let's see. There was something else we could talk about that we actually had for a topic. Where did that go? Where did that go? Well, I don't know. Let's see. Jenner, update on the Scatterblatt Master Key.
Yeah, I actually talked to him today. We picked out some bar stock. He's going to be on it right soon. They just finished up a couple of lines of whatever they're doing. We tweaked the design just a little bit. Nothing major. Basically just changed a couple of the dimensions so we wouldn't have to machine a bunch of extra stock off a bigger piece. And I should know something soon. And I also talked to him. They've got a nice new laser cutter in there, and he says he can get AR 500.
Oh, you gonna make plates?
I am going to see how much a 4x8 sheet costs. I figured out you can get quite a few IPSC targets out of that. So
Sick.
definitely considering it.
That would be sweet, man.
Yeah, he said that thing would chew it through AR 500 like nobody's business. So,
Guys, question. So Butler Creek Steel Lips 1022 mags. How are those?
good.
Those
Okay.
are the ones you buy. You don't buy the hot lips. The plastic ones are dildos.
Okay. Would you pay $23?
Yes.
Okay, because they're on Cabela's for $23, so I might buy one tonight.
Those 10-round rotaries are is it the rotary or the stick?
It's like the stick one.
Okay, I mean, they're both fine. Those rotaries are really hard to get, but they're also a good magazine.
Here,
Which
I'll
one?
just
The
that
BX
one.
ones?
Whatever the one that your 1022 comes with stock, that little 10-round
those are the
rotary.
BX ones.
Okay, yeah, they're great magazines, but they're difficult to track down.
Yeah, I agree. But the issue with that is it doesn't really work in the current stock configuration I have in my 1022.
You tactifucked it.
That's it, man. Nah,
That's
it'll be fine. It'll be fine. The issue is I put my one that came in at stock and I put it in there and I figured, hey, that works just fine. I mean, it goes in, whatever. I can just basically pull on the mag release and it should just drop. Pull on the mag release, nothing happened. Reached in, tried to pull it out, nothing happened. I had to get a butter knife and put it in the ejection port and push it out.
Yeah, the clamshell shit you put it in, I'm pretty sure that grabs the size of it a bit.
Yeah, a little bit. I think that's what it is. I wouldn't really call it clamshell, but I get your vibe. I get what you're going for. Because it doesn't really go this way. It kind of goes this way, and then a big piece comes to the front. And yeah.
Oh, apparently Spectre Ballistics from Reddit says that there were a bunch of BX-25s imported before they were prohibited, and Iron Guns sells them pinned to 10 rounds. So
sick.
There you go. If you want Butler Creeks, if you want Ruger BX-25s, which are said to be the most reliable magazines next to their factory 10-round rotary magazines, then I guess you could go with that.
Hey, I'll look that up right now.
But honestly, Andrew, actually, no, you tactifucked your rifle, so I guess you do need the long ones.
Yeah. If you want to put it that way, yes.
Yeah. Say, hey, Herbs, what guns I keep seeing guns, but you're not talking about them, buddy.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh, this is just my cheap-ass fucking 870 clone. I need to get a fucking longer barrel for it for skeet shooting. I thought longer or shorter barrel, wider spread would be better for it, but I cannot hit the broadside of a fucking barn with this.
Shotgun?
Yeah, it's basically like, I think, a 12 or 14-inch barrel. Basically, whatever
It's like a 12.5-incher.
Yeah. Basically, whatever the minimum was I could get with a non-restricted.
Yeah, it looks like a 12.5-inch one or a 14-inch one.
Yeah.
So
honestly, I'm happy with it. The only thing is the first few rounds, this fucking lever right here would jam in place, and it wouldn't fire. So shooting, and I'd try to pull the trigger, and it would have like a fucking 25-pound pull because this thing wasn't coming out all the way.
Huh. Did you get that from Canada Ammo near you? Because you usually get those sent back if there's an issue with them.
No, I got this one from fucking Crappy Tire. And once I cycled like 25 rounds through it, problem stopped. So it was just a break-in issue, I think. But yeah, that really fucked me up.
So you've been trying to shoot skeet with that?
Yeah, everyone else at the range laughed too.
Well, no. I've done similar stuff with that. I fucking use a fucking double barrel coach gun, man. It's okay.
I want to see you with that fucking shotgun you have it rigged up to your AR trying to shoot skeet. That would be hilarious.
I am gonna shoot fucking trap with this thing. I swear to God, I will.
Do it.
I will. As soon as fucking janitor gets that thing to me, it's happening. The day of.
Post a video, man. I want to see that shit.
I will. And but yeah, no. Have you had anybody walk you through shooting skeet?
Nope. I just kind of showed up and.
Oh, that sucks, man. Because at my range, I've just started shooting skeet at my range, and the old guys there, they all basically walk me through it. They're super, super helpful about it.
Yeah, like the guys, they tell you know where the fucking shit's coming from and shit.
Oh, he hit the close button. Oh well. Let's see, what else have we got going on over here?
Yeah, I've never had anybody try and show me how to shoot skeet. I've never even shot at an actual range for it.
Apparently, Crazy's on. Hold on a second. I gotta send him an invite. But yeah, also Spectre says that he shoots skeet with a BR-99. I mean, he shoots strap with a BR-99 at his range, and all the FUDs hate him because he shoots better than the FUDs. So good on you, Crazy. I mean, yeah, good on you. Whatchamacallit, Spectre. Yeah, that's what I meant to say.
Who was that made that? Wasn't it was Alkali, wasn't it?
Same
What
guy.
What?
I was just wondering who made Spectre Ballistics, if it was Alkali or...
It's Alkali.
Yeah.
Your comment last week about Alkali having like a main account and a shitpost account was apparently it came to fruition. Is what I was going to say, Crover, because made the Spectre Ballistics account, and now he uses that for actual posts.
Shit posting.
Yeah. I don't know. Actually, no, he does use that for shit posting. So I guess now he has two for it.
Got 2 shit posting accounts now.
Man, that's great.
Well, apparently the FUDs really love the BR-99. What's that thing look like? I'm not even remember if I don't think I've seen one of those BR-99 shotgun.
Is that one of those AR-like things?
Oh yeah, it's a news con. One of those Turgats.
Turkats.
Oh, it's the AR-10 based one that really looks like an AR-10, not like the Daria.
Yeah, there's so fucking many of those. It's hard to keep track.
Holy shit! Bullseye London has the Butler Creek Steel Lips magazines for 20 even. And they actually have them in stock, 68 of them.
I posted you a link to a Windhelm and a Bushmaster. Did you see it in the chat there?
No, I was gonna click it and I didn't, so now I did.
What up, Crazy baby?
Hey ho diddly, neighborinos.
Damn mainlanders.
So what's new, my brother? You buying any new gats? It's 22 Tuesdays. Where's your 22? Where's your 22?
Sorry, I don't have it out.
Empty check.
All I've got is my scattergat. I brought that to work so I could go and get a plug in it because I'm planning on going hunting next week.
What are you shooting? Are you getting Bambi?
Deer's not open in Ontario yet.
When does
I'm
deer
basically going
open
to
in
be
Ontario?
bringing steel shot and shooting anything that flies.
Sick.
Except turkey. I can't shoot that either.
Oh,
Why
you're
not?
shooting flying dinosaurs.
Yeah, I'm going to be pterodactyl hunting
Why can't you shoot turkey?
because I don't have my turkey license.
Oh well,
And
fix the
turkey's
problem.
also not open.
Okay, when does turkey open?
The day of Thanksgiving.
Cool.
Really?
Yep.
Handy.
Some days, some years it opens the Thanksgiving, so you have like Thanksgiving morning to go hunt your turkey for your family.
That's pretty great.
I'm pretty sure this weekend me and a buddy of mine are going to go for grouse because grouse season opened last weekend and we didn't get a chance to do it last weekend, but I think we're going to do it soon. So that's good. I'm going to be running around in the woods looking for grouse with this.
Oh, I hope your COs are got a sense of humor there.
Well, it'll be fine.
Tape everything. Tape everything.
Sorry, what'd you say?
Make sure you get footage of everything if you actually get something.
Yeah, fuck. Listen, I'm sure it'll be fine. I mean, I'm going up in the woods in a place that nobody really goes, and I mean, I'm not doing anything illegal. It just looks scary.
You know what? You say that, but I've seen fish cops in the most unexpected of places.
Yeah, no, there's lots of fish cops. You don't need to tell me about fish cops. I live in Newfoundland. There's a lot of fish cops, but you know, I'm sure it'll be fine. The boys are pretty quick to pull some shit, but it should be okay.
See, I remember the crazy old guy who used to be the gunsmith at where I work. He used to tell me about when he goes up north and does things he's not supposed to. It's just like, oh, I just go where the cops don't. I drive 4 hours off the fucking off-roading. No ministry's going to bother going up there. And I'm like, okay, you go ahead and do that.
Okay, I'm going to tell you about off-road woods roads that Dad told me a story about. If you'd like, pull up a map of the island of Newfoundland just so I can reference things. If you'd like, you don't need to.
So just relate everything to how close it is to dildo.
No, but anyway.
Well, then I'm not going to pay attention.
The island of Newfoundland? Okay.
Yes, the islands. So, okay, if you look at, let me just see here. If you look at where Buckins is.
Don't know where that is.
Okay, well.
How far is it from dildo?
Like 5 hours.
There's a place called Dildo? Of course there is.
Yeah, of course, yeah. Interesting story about that. Allegedly, and I'm not. This is the leading theory apparently, but allegedly the
There's
name.
a place called Placentia?
Well, it's Placentia because it was originally called Plaisance by the French, and then nobody could pronounce that, so they went to Placentia, which is coincidentally spelled like placenta.
Of course.
Yeah, there's also like Bacon Cove and Fudge Lake, and a lot of
I
nicer
see
ones.
Deer Lake.
But anyway, okay, so
Gaff Topsail.
Topsail. Do you see Corner Brook?
No.
It's over near Deer Lake and the weird little nose-looking thing on the left.
Mm.
Left side. No.
Just search
Yeah,
Buckins.
I
But
see
anyway,
Corner Brook.
okay, so you look to the right of Corner Brook and you'll see Buckins. It's one of the slightly bigger towns.
Let me scroll in more.
Sorry, to the right. I don't know how. Did I just say left?
You did.
Great. Anyway, so Buckins. My dad told me a story about how he knew a truck driver who basically he left Corner Brook or somewhere near Corner Brook. Actually, I think it was Stephenville. Ended up on a woods road as a shortcut, a quote unquote shortcut, and ended up in Buckins. There's no road there except this one random ass woods road. So that distance is basically like 3.5 hours driving on a dirt road through the woods if you were going 100. Obviously, you're not going 100. So he did this. He went in through this old woods road, gets to Buckins, and he was wondering where the hell he was. So he asked this old guy on the side of the road, man, like, where the hell am I right now? What town am I in? He's like, you're in Buckins. And then the guy's like, no, I can't be in Buckins. And then he's like, this old guy's like, yeah, you're in fucking Buckins, man. Like, do you want me to show you a map? So then, anyway, he's like, well, I just came from, like, Stephenville. And he's like, really? And then the guy's like, yeah, man, I come on this old dirt road. He's like, nobody's used that woods road in, like, 30 years, okay? So that's the first funny half of the story. My dad told this story to a guy he knew from Buckins later on. I think it was my dad's uncle. And my dad's uncle's like, yeah, I remember because I was that old guy. So my dad's coworker ends up running into my dad's uncle from Buckins just randomly after driving what was probably 5 hours through the woods.
Okay,
So
you said it's a bit right of Corner Brook. No, that's fucking like it's closer to Grand Falls, Windsor than it is like.
Yeah, I'm zoomed out. See, but
Oh,
yeah,
That's Red Indian Lake.
Holy shit, you weren't kidding. That is far, son.
yes, he drove on a woods road. Just like literally a dirt road that's no one used since they cut lumber there in like the 1950s.
Oh, somebody's smoking weed around me. Oh, somebody's smoking that shit around
It's in Victoria, man. Like I'm pretty sure
You're
everybody
in
walks
British
around with
Columbia. I'm
contact
surprised the
bugs.
whole province doesn't just smell like weed.
You say that. You know what? Well, speaking of funny stories, this is completely
Well, it
unrelated.
smells like weed and deep fried chicken.
No, the first day that I came to Victoria, there was a nude cycling meetup.
Yep, sounds about right.
So yeah, we're walking downtown with my girlfriend, and suddenly there's like 30 people naked on bikes. That
Did
was
they all stop at one of the local Chinese restaurants?
No, man, they just
Or
hung
is that
out,
just Vancouver?
and everything was hanging out. It was. It was.
Those are the ones that you want to see fucking naked. It's
Yeah,
always the
exactly.
ones-
There was a couple of decent chicks and a couple of dudes and nice shafts. I gotta say.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, man.
Did you want to pump them like you're 870 all night?
Safety check.
I gotta laugh at one of you do that. It just flies off. The forend separates from the rest of the gun. You're just like,
No, that's not how an 870 works. If it did, then your action bars would be fucked.
Oh, and Herp's dropped out again.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's hitting the wrong button.
so janitor, you mentioned the thing you wanted to ask Adriel, even if he was on, about the Versamax for 3-gun.
Well, yeah, if I'm going to go in and attack one, weld a lifter, put on an extension tube, port it, all that kind of stuff. Like, basically, I'm going to attack this with power tools.
Yeah.
So I can get a brand new Stoger M3500 for $829, or I can get the Versamax Sportsman for $999. I see more guys at 3-gun running the Versamax than the Stoger, but
The Stoger, I've heard from people who just take it hunting, mind you, that it's shitty. Basically, I've heard some bad things about it.
I've heard the same
in terms of
thing. The
liability.
reason I wanted to talk to Adriel is he's got one and his run's nice, but I don't know how much work he's done to it. Right?
I know Caliber had an article a couple months ago, maybe even a year ago now, about how to 3-gun a Versamax. They actually had a whole thing describing the process to go through to take a Versamax. I think it was even a Versamax Sportsman, and turn it essentially into the Versamax like 3-gun shit they sell in the States, but don't sell here because Canada's laws suck.
Yeah, I saw that article. So it's not so much. Basically, my main thought was aftermarket parts, what was easy to get. I've done some more research than that, and it looks like you're going to be doing a lot of fabricating yourself.
Yeah, there's a couple of things I've seen a couple of Canadian companies come up with recently, just because they can't find shit from the States for cheap. So I've seen a couple. I think SFRC might have a couple of things on their their own branded side of things. I don't know if they got anything for the Versamax there, but they
I'd be surprised if S&J doesn't have shit for it.
They've got extension tubes. Seemed like they're sold out of a couple other things, like an extended bolt handle. I didn't see a safe or a bolt release there. But I mean, most of it's stuff you can do yourself.
Threw out a coin to the side of your gun, man.
Yeah, he's upgraded since then, but yeah.
They're sold out, but SFRC does sell a 2-shot mag extension for the Versamax. It allows it to hold 5 rounds at 3.5.
Yeah. What I actually want to do, I want to get like a +6 extension and rivet it, but then put a tube in the front end with oil in it for recoil dampening.
Sounds a bit interesting, but the problem is you'd actually literally have to buy that in America and rivet it in America, because just the possession of it in Canada is a criminal offense. So you'd have to buy it in the States, rivet it in the States, and then bring it up here.
Or
and with a rivet in there, how are you going to get the...
You can get the 1100 tube and machine it just a touch, and it'll work on the Versamax.
Really?
Just duct tape a bunch of oil to the front of your thing.
Like a jug, just a 4-gallon.
Grab a 4-gallon jug, just tape it onto the front of your barrel.
The UFA 4-liter jug.
You duct tape a 6-pack to the front there, so that way throughout the day you just, oh, it's a bit hot out, pop one there. Oh, now I got to even it out on the other side.
Just duct tape the plastic up so you can still pop the beers off.
Apparently, Jenner, it's a small world. Alkali sold that Stoger to hunting.
Yeah,
and did. Apparently, if you don't clean those Stogers, they run away and dump the mag on you.
Oh, probably, sure.
Oh, I found out what was wrong with my Ruger. It was just dirty.
Yeah, you said that. You were like super cleaning it last show.
Okay, that wasn't clean enough. I couldn't find a guide on how to take the cylinder assembly apart, and that's actually what I needed to do, because there was a carbon got in where the cylinder spins around, and I couldn't figure out how to take that apart. I finally did it. It's a bit of a pain in the ass. It's a bit of a pain in the ass, but I did, and yeah, there was a bunch of fucking carbon under there. I could hear it when I spun it. It sounded like a grinding noise. I spin it
geez.
now, it makes a whizzing noise.
I don't think mine makes any noise. Haha, fuck you.
Guys,
Oh, so you'll never know the joy of hearing your revolver whiz.
you want to hear something funny?
No.
Ontario. Okay, Ontario got rid of the whole gun range membership requirement, as we already know. Bullseye London, when you're checking out on their thing, like to buy something, they have down the bottom right, after your PAL number and your expiry date, they have restricted firearms only. Please enter your gun club name.
Okay, every store in Ontario still does that. Sometimes they won't sell it to you online, and some stores still don't sell it to you, but I know there's some stores who will. They don't give a shit. Al Flaherty's, I've been in there while people are buying Glocks. The guy said, oh, I don't have a range yet. The guy at the counter goes, oh, it's no problem. You don't need one in Ontario.
How do you spell Al Flaherty's again?
A-L-F.
Yep.
I'm terrible at spelling things without writing them down.
Flaherty.
I think I got it close enough that Google will fix it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just terrible at,
Andrew?
I'm terrible at
Yep.
spelling things without typing it and writing and reading it.
Yes,
Andrew,
Jennifer.
do you have the 10-round rotary mag for your 1022?
Yes.
If you don't want it, maybe talk to Kleeman. He has some other mags. He might trade you for that.
Ooh, that's
Told
a
me
good
to
idea.
let you know. Yeah, he said he's got a couple others, so maybe shoot him a PM.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I'll do that now because
You know what? Just get on fucking IRC. You're never on IRC.
What the
Yeah.
fuck is IRC? What do you guys keep using?
I'm on IRC occasionally, but not enough, I guess.
Canada Guns has an IRC.
What is it?
It's like
It's
a
a
chat.
chat.
Thing.
You don't know about IRC chats?
No.
It's
Internet
like the
relay
oldest form
chat.
of chat on the internet.
Well, the fuck
There.
do I need to
Click
use
on that. Make a little username and join. We're there all the time. Like literally all the time.
You can see people go bananas about mundane things and get excited for.
And there was
I had
that
to go
time when everybody became Crover or Glover or.
Let's not go to the IRC. It's a silly place.
Hey, Jenner, what do you got at the end of that fucking rifle?
That is the flaming pig. I don't know if you can see
Oh,
the
no,
actual
I gotta see
pig
this
on
on
that.
alt tab.
Oh, did you get
I'll
the
lock
one?
it on you. I'll lock it on you.
Yeah, that's. Can you guys see that pig? Is it shown there?
Yeah, I can see a pig there.
Oh, does it
There
actually
you
have a pig
go.
on there?
Is that
Is that
a,
the
is that a
one
loud
from-
nerd?
Flames. That yeah, it's loud as hell.
So basically, you have a Loudner is what you have there.
The idea is it's for a short-barreled rifle. This is a 10.5 inch, and it's supposed to help improve its cycle. Which this one I've never had trouble with because I played with different buffer weights and stuff. It cycles awesome, anyways. But I like loud, obnoxious brakes. So
Well, that's the point of a 10.5-inch AR.
exactly. A buddy
By
of
the
mine
looks
at
of it-
3 Gun had one, and he sold it to me for a sweet deal. So he let me try it out first, and I liked how loud it was, so I bought it from him.
Louder! Yay!
By the looks of it, you can also use it to double as a potato launcher.
Well, just about. It's a funnel shape inside there, but yeah, I'm pretty happy with it.
Yeah, I wanted to get one of those. Spikes Tactical makes a brake. What the hell they call it? Barking Spider or something like that. And depending on what pieces you put in, you can either get something like that, or you can get a flashlight, or you can get a comp out of it. It's really weird.
Some of them have like a shield that goes over like a birdcage style hider, and then they have a shield that goes over that. Is it something like that, maybe?
No, like it's a completely different thing. Like it's like that, except there's also an end cap to it.
Okay, yeah, this has an end cap and it screws apart, and it's like a funnel inside, kind of.
Yeah. So you can either
Yeah.
take that funnel out and you just have this big loud brake that's just going to shoot flame out, or you can put the funnel in and put the
Yeah.
cap on, and you just have the funnel, and kind of the same idea. Or you can shoot this other thing on the end that will do the flash hiding and compensation on it.
Okay, yeah.
My dream is to have a Lantac Dragon because I really want the Loudner.
Yeah, that dream's pretty affordable.
Well,
It's about
didn't
bucks. I love
TNA
it.
start
Affordable.
stocking more brakes now? I thought he's got some brakes on there.
Canada Ammo has them in stock. See, Cowboy Tactical has them in stock. Everybody carries that Langton Dragon.
Yeah.
But not the Dragon. He's got other brakes that just do whatever do.
Oh shit!
Yeah, that one's really expensive. That's like a $300 brake though.
The Lantac? No, it's like 150.
Is it? That's still quite a bit for a brake.
Well, yeah.
So I noticed Spectre Ballistics is selling a big knob for the 597.
No. He's making a prototype. He's not making a knob yet.
Well, if he needs anyone to test it, I volunteer.
I'm pretty sure he's testing it on his own gun, but yeah.
If he needs any more testing, I volunteer.
What the fuck is
Throw
this
your
thing?
name out on the side chat there on the actual show on show page because he's there right now talking with people.
Check
Yeah, I
that
see him
thing
there
out.
on the side chat. Coming soon, he
199
says.
at RDSC.
Oh god damn it! Look at that thing. That thing is beautiful.
That fucking zombie sticker.
No, the Lantec Dragon.
Oh,
Ganner just linked it on the side chat here.
where is it? Oh, there we go.
200.
So I take it that's just designed to spew flames out the side of your short-barreled rifle?
Pretty
No,
much.
the
Dragon?
The dragon is supposed to just make shit loud, like bam, bam.
I thought the dragons were a good comp.
They
They
are,
are.
but they're also loud as fuck.
Okay.
Like really loud. Like really loud.
Oh, that's good.
Like obnoxiously loud.
When I was testing this one out at the range, I just took it over to the 50 because they had a 3-gun stage set up in the 100. There's some guy there that wasn't part of the 3-gun, and he was over at the other end of this range sweeping up brass. He didn't have his ears in.
Oh.
So I said, "Hey, you want to put your ears in? I'm going to touch this off. I'm not sure how loud it is." No, I'll be fine. So I lit up a whole Beowulf magazine rapid fire. You should have seen that guy run for his earplugs.
Why wasn't he wearing ear pro on the range? All the ones around here is mandatory.
Well, when I went in there, I was the only guy in that bay besides him, right? He was in there sweeping, but I warned him first, and he thought he knew better.
Yeah. I've heard that breaks like that, you not only hear them, but you feel them. Like,
Well,
yeah.
you do, and then it's like a tin roof on the building, too, with no baffling, so that tin is like a giant amplifier.
Imagine someone looking at the roof would probably see the fucking thing bouncing around.
Oh, yeah.
Shit.
the one and only time I've had to experience a break, I was at the Shitter's Edge testing ammo on this rifle. I was testing ammo for this rifle back when I made a huge post testing like 9 different types of ammo. And I also had my M44 Mosin Nagant with me. And I'm not, I'm not embellishing the story when I say that I was at the range testing that 22 ammo for about 7 hours. Because I was
Fuck.
shooting so much. Like, I think I shot at least 5 10-shot groups of each one of the types of ammo that I had. And it wasn't like I was shooting it quickly because I wanted the barrel to cool down a bit. But halfway through the testing, this guy comes into the 50-meter bay because at the Shitter's Edge, there's only 25-meter pistol bays and there's a 50-meter rifle bay. It's all indoors, so I guess that's nice. And he just takes out his pistol, he touches off a few rounds, it's not too loud, I was only wearing earplugs. And then this guy takes out like one of those like Janner's rifles, like those short little fucking ARs with a fucking not a can, but a break on it. And it's an indoor range with concrete walls, concrete floor, and like 50 meters. So it's tiny. And as soon as he touches off, I just feel my teeth rattling in my mouth. And I hear the concussion through the earplugs. And I was like, oh, for God's sake. So I put on muffs on top of earplugs. And I put down the 22 and I took out the M40, the 44 7.62 by 54R out of I think the 44s have like a 24-inch barrel instead of a 29-inch. So I shot about 10 or 20 shots of that, and the guy left. He just was like, nope, not going to deal with it. Yeah, I saw he had more mags left, but he just straight up packed up and left. It felt good to do that.
I was at Urban Tactical, and their range is rated for steel core rifle as well, and up to 50 cal. So I was there. I brought my SVT-40. There's a bunch of people there, obviously, with the ARs and shit. I'm blasting away with my SVT at an indoor 25-meter range. Then they bring out the 50 cal that they rent. It doesn't matter where you stand in this range. You feel it. They normally warn you beforehand, but there was one point I was done with the rifle. I was onto my pistol shooting. They didn't warn me beforehand. So I'm sitting there, boom, 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 and I felt like I got punched in the fucking gut. And I kind of look over, and I see this giant fucking barrel sticking out from the fucking bay, and I go, okay, unload, put the pistol down, and step back for the second shot. Because they bought 2 shots, and the guy and his girlfriend each shot 1. They told me no one ever buys the extra rounds. They sell more. You can buy more shots. No one ever does.
So
Wow.
okay, you say it's a 25-meter range, and they are rated for like 50 cal rifle.
They're rated for 50 cal rifle and steel core. They use shredded tires as the backstop.
Okay, well, the indoor range near me, literally all they do is pistols and 22 rifles. That's it, and they're 50-meter indoor.
Target Sports was like that too, and then they changed. They upgraded their backstop to allow up to 50 cal, but still no steel core. Usually backstops like that, I think they use like kind of a ricochet system to fucking dissipate the energy. They basically bounce the bullet around until it kills itself. But the reason Urban Tactical is allowed to shoot steel core there is because they know that steel core is not going to harm a shredded tire.
I wish they would do that at the local indoor range, because I would definitely get a membership there if they were rated for rifles. It's just I'm iffy about it, wherein they only do pistols and 22 rifles. It's it's nice because it's really close to me, but it's not nice because you can only shoot half your shit.
There's one real nice way to fix this, Andrew. Get your restricted.
Yeah.
No. What I'm saying is, like, when I get my restricted, like, I would get a membership there, definitely.
You can take the rifles out in the woods and then just go in the woods. You're in Newfoundland. Everything's in the woods. Except, like, the downtown of St. John's. Everything else is in the woods. So just walk, like, 10 minutes out from your house and go shoot shit. But for the pistols, you can go to the thing.
Get yourself a pistol registered AR lower, and then just walk in there and just start shooting. And be like, fuck you, bitch, it's a pistol. Get like a 308 pistol AR lower or some shit.
Yeah, get a fucking 308 pistol XCR and just be like, I'm gonna shoot my pistol. Boom! Boom! Boom!
Touch off 10 rounds of 308. Attaboy.
Make an Obres.
Exactly.
Just
I've
like
actually
hip
debated how
fire
much
it.
it would
Don't even
cost to
bother
call
aiming.
up, like,
Just
a
go out there. Just bam,
fucking
bam, bam, bam.
No, I've debated how much it would cost, because you have to have the Obres made from scratch to be legal. I've debated how much it would cost to call up like EPS or something, since they have a manufacturing license, and be like, I want you to make me an Obres. And when they go, what the fuck is an Obres? I'd be like, it's a Mosin Nagant pistol. I want you to make me this.
There's one
much would
problem
this
with
be?
that, and what I've heard is that the process of making the Mosins made the receivers really not like the barrels to come out, so you can possibly just crack the receiver and trying to take the barrel out and rebarrel it.
The whole thing is, it wouldn't be a matter of rebarreling. You'd literally have to have them make it from the ground up, because otherwise it would be a rifle cut down below proper overall length. You'd literally have to tell them, I want you to manufacture the receiver from scratch for me and stick a barrel on it and call it a pistol. And that would be the only way to legally get it done.
So you're saying that you have to get this done.
Yeah, I'm saying if you wanted an Obres, you'd have to have them make it from the ground up. Receiver, they could probably source the barrel and shit and chop that. Like, it doesn't fucking matter unless it's put on a gun. But they'd have to actually make the receiver and register it as a pistol for you as soon as they did that.
Such a weird thing.
Welcome to Canada. In the States, it would be legal. You just pay the $200 tax stamp and
you chop it
bend
to
over.
as little as you want. I mean, those guys in Iraq Veteran 88 have one of those stupid things.
Did you see the
I'd love an Obres. It would be
AR?
really stupid.
They have so many fucking Mosins down there. It's ridiculous.
Did you guys see that 0-inch AR? It's literally so small that the bullet tips stick just this far out of the front of it.
I think actually the ATF ruled that technically that was an SBR because they were still like a barrel.
They still had the barrel around the chamber or some shit like that.
Yeah, it was
The
really
ATF
stupid. It was like
the ATF
the barrel technically, I guess it's there, but not really because the fucking bullet is poking out the front.
Now, what's funny is that would be legal in Canada regardless, because our barrel length minimum is only applicable to pistols.
Is that? Are you sure about that? That was actually.
I'm sure. I actually looked this up a while ago because I was curious if we could fuck around and make like a like 25 ACP submachine gun with a 3-inch barrel and just say fuck you to the RCMP. And yes, actually you can. It actually says pistol barrels with a length less than 106 millimeters.
As long
So
as
there
you
is
put,
no
like, a
restriction on the
good
length.
fully stock on it.
Yeah, there's no restriction on length of rifle barrels.
Huh.
Okay, so does that mean so if I were to have I don't know, if I were to take a 1022 and put another put like a ridiculously short barrel on it, like literally like a 4-inch barrel,
Yeah,
would that just
illegal.
be restricted, or would that
That
be
would just be restricted.
Yeah, that'd be restricted.
okay?
If you chopped your 10.5-inch barrel down, that would be prohibited. But
Because that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, I know. Who is it? TV Press Pass has this sweet little 10-inch barreled AR.
I now want to have like that, like
1022. Jesus Christ.
I now want to have like a fucking minuscule AR barrel. What are you-
What? I'm checking
Best
something.
if you
Fuck
could do
you.
it in
All right,
Magnum.
Crover, safety check.
The hell's
How about that for a safety check? There's nothing.
No, you're supposed to stick it close, jab it in your knee, and pull the trigger 6 times.
No, actually, apparently you're not supposed to do that with the fixed firing pins ones.
Wow, how fucking lame! You can't dry fire it.
Oh, you can dry fire. It's just not a good idea.
See, I'm always of the opinion anything that's not a 22 that you can't dry fire, it's not worth owning. Any modern gun should be dry fireable. There's no reason why it wouldn't be. Holy shit, I missed a whole bunch of shit in the chat. Spectre and Dead Pedal are talking.
Oh, there's people in here? Oh, well.
Yeah, I'm just checking for throat erosion on this. There doesn't seem to be any, so that's good.
How can you tell? Like, where exactly is the... What is the signs of throat erosion?
Is the rifling close to the fucking forcing cone? Yes. Good. No. Throat erosion.
Huh. How close to the forcing cone?
I
Like,
don't know. If it's at the forcing cone, it's not supposed to be at the forcing cone as far as I know. Let me check. Throat erosion, revolver.
oh, they're talking about. I have come to convert you all to gun channels. Who the fuck is that guy?
I don't know.
He's trying to advertise things.
Well, ban him.
Don't know who that is.
Ban
Well, I
hammer.
can't really ban him.
What the hell is? I'm a little bit wary of checking that.
Check just for giggles, see what happens.
And to Google, welcome to gun channels.
Well, it looks like he's just shit posting. That's it. Whatever. Grim.
Not advertising, just saying gun owner Facebook. Okay.
Okay. I've had it, I guess. I don't really care. Anyways, well, folks, anything else we'd like to talk about, or should we turn it in tonight right away?
Well, this is pretty early to be turning it in.
It's fine. We don't have to go as all the time.
I don't know. I bought orange. Where's my orange?
Oh, right. Yeah, tell us about that.
Orange. Where's my orange? Let me get my orange out. I'm gonna try and hide the branding of the bag. This looks more retarded than I thought it would.
You know, funny thing, in Newfoundland, it's not like legally required that you have to have orange on while hunting. It's just heavily suggested.
In Ontario, it's only legally required for like deer, moose, and elk. For small game, turkey, and waterfowl, it's not, but I'm going to be wearing it anyway. I'm next week. I'm not going to be here because I'm going to my cottage, and it's like got shitty rural ass internet. But it's like a half an hour away from Gravenhurst, and there's Crown land in Gravenhurst, or conservation area or some shit in Gravenhurst. I found that the stupid Ontario land usage atlas says, "Hey, guess what? Fuck Muppet, you can hunt here." And I'm like, "Great!" So I'm gonna go hunt there. I'm trying to convince some of my coworkers to come because some of them know better than me about how hunting works. But even if they don't, I'm gonna just wander around the woods and be like, "I wonder if I can find anything that I'm allowed to shoot."
Oh, fuck, I should probably get my chicken license.
I have to look up what the fuck a grouse actually looks like so that I know that I'm shooting a grouse.
Apparently,
not
we're
like
having
a
discussion
chicken.
about this on the IRC. They're apparently just really, really dumb fucking birds.
Yep.
Yeah, I've heard lots of people tell me stories of taking this 410 with a 12-inch barrel that we sell. It's like fucking hilarious piece of shit little thing. And they tell me, yeah, I just stick it in the grouse's face and pull the trigger because otherwise you miss.
Well, what you got to do when we go out for them, like they like to sun themselves. So if you know there's a sunny spot on the road you're walking down, you'll see them either in a bank, like sandbanks where we're at up the side, or in a tree, let's say. They're so stupid that let's say there's 7 in a tree, one above the next, above the next, above the next. As long as you shoot them from the bottom up, you'll get them all. Like you can take your time. But if you shoot the top one first and it falls down, it'll spook all the other ones.
Let me find out if I can even do that. There's a bag limit on grouse. Let me find my hunting rights.
Oh my god, that sucks.
Where the dick ass is this shit? There's my
no
waterfowl.
The consensus from how stupid grouse are finally went to be something like they're so stupid they're literally everything else's food.
Ontario hunting regulations. Featuring nice gender-neutral couple, or whatever the fuck. Nice advertising for women can hunt too.
The grouse here apparently, apparently are extra dumb because there was a guy, same guy I was talking about getting his guns robbed actually, at the gun store, was that he was driving down the road one day and he sees a grouse on the side of the road, and so he pulls over his truck, and this is illegal by the way, but anyway, he pulls over his truck and he gets out and his girlfriend's with him. She's like, "What are you gonna do? You don't have a gun." And he's like, "That's no big deal." Takes a rock, throws it about 5 feet away from the grouse. The grouse turns his head and looks at the rock, and then he takes another rock and just smacks it on the head and kills it.
So for sharp-tailed grouse and ptarmigan, the season starts for the area I'm going to be hunting September 20th, and there's a limit of 5 sharp-tailed grouse and 5 ptarmigan daily and 15 possession. For ruffed grouse and spruce grouse, combined total of 5 and combined total of 15. For pheasant, I need to figure out what the fuck the difference is between pheasant, grouse, and ptarmigan.
Pheasants are the ones with like a really big fucking tail, and they look fancier. That's what I can tell you.
So in the area I'm going, it's 3 of either sex. And then Hungarian partridge, daily of 8, possession of 16. Rabbit is limit of 6, daily. It doesn't say what my whatever the fuck possession limit is. Oh, squirrel. There's actually a squirrel season. There's a season for hunting squirrel in Ontario. You're only allowed to shoot 10.
That's not nearly enough.
Fuck's sakes.
Is it a Squirtle license?
Yes, your small game license covers hunting squirrel.
Oh.
For fuck's sakes. Where's coyote? I know coyote, you can just murder as many of these fuckers as you want. But yeah, yeah, so there's that. Now I need to figure out what the fuck all these birds look like so I know I shoot the right thing and not the wrong thing.
Yeah,
I'm also just going to only bring steel shots, so that way if things fly overhead that are migratory, I can shoot them too.
Well, you can rather shoot at them. You might not hit anything.
Yeah, well, I mean, I probably won't. But the thing is, like, with these birds, I've always heard that partridge are really fucking retarded. So I'm pretty sure I can kill them with steel shot if I take my time and aim it and whatever. But with the flying overhead ducks, apparently fish cops don't like it if you say I'm grouse hunting and duck hunting. They don't like that, especially if you have lead shot. They'll be like, no, you're duck hunting with lead shot. Fuck you, we're going to charge you anyway. So to avoid that, I'm just going to only bring steel shot.
Smart idea. Oh yeah, I looked it up. Apparently you're not really seeing throat erosion on revolvers. You see forcing cone erosion, so if your forcing cone looks kind of fucking crappy, that's an issue.
Well, my forcing cone's got a little bit of a scuff on one side. I don't know if it was there before I was shooting it or after, but it's probably no big deal.
Yeah, you just want a nice circle around that inside. The outside doesn't matter much.
Yeah, see, that's why I was concerned about buying a Smith & Wesson Model 19. I did some looking into it and found out they had problems with the forcing cones cracking.
That's no good.
Yeah, especially with 125 grain 357 loads.
Really?
Yeah, that's actually what I read. The 125 grain especially were the ones causing most of the problems.
So I'm going to cook up the fastest loads I can possibly find, which means going through all my different types of powder and seeing which one will spit out the fastest load.
Just mix them all together. Yeah. Mix them all together, fill the case up with it, load it in there.
Jenner, can you use your fancy programs and tell me how much powder of Varget I can use on my 357?
Yep. What weight of bullet you throwing?
125, 130, 142, and 158 grains. Those are the ones that I have.
125, 142, and 150. You said
158.
158.
Yeah.
What powders do you have?
No. I just want to know Varget.
Varget in the hand. Okay. I will check. And how long is your barrel? 8-inch?
8-inch. Eight and a half, actually. It's eight and a half or 8 1/4. I can't remember which one. But just say 8-inch for now.
Okay, give me a few seconds. I'll tell you if you're going to blow yourself up or not.
Is it really a question of if, or is it a question of how badly?
Question of when is what it always is.
It's
When
kind of a
will he blow
slow-burning
himself up?
powder. I think you'll either get too much pressure or a squib. I think it'll be a real balancing act.
So you're telling me it can be done?
Well, anything can be done.
So you're telling me
Lord.
there's a chance?
Just
Lord.
don't rapid fire, or you might blow yourself up.
This should work well, right, guys? What was that, Herbs?
What's the fun if you're not risking an explosion? That's why I buy cheap, shitty guns.
Yeah. Well, except this might be one of the most expensive guns that I own, with the exception of the fucking. Actually, now I own a couple more expensive guns. The fucking MCS, and the crowbar are more expensive than the 686. Everything else is less. You're still in cheap gun acquisition stage.
I
Right.
only got the license like months ago, so I'm still in the cheap shit. You know, volume is better than quality, and then I'll eventually start buying good shit. But I'm poor as fuck, so.
Yeah, you know what? That's at some point you sell those old cheap shits and then you buy one good one.
Those have like 40 guns and 17 goddamn cabinets because they claim 8 gun, but I cannot fit more than 4.
Yeah, especially when you got scopes on them.
Yeah.
I managed to fit 8 guns in an 8-gun safe.
You're a wizard.
Yeah, one of them is literally shoved in between 3 others in a corner.
Good. Oh,
Right now I have 2 in mine, and it looks kind of full already.
Adriel is live. Come here, Adriel.
So, Crover,
Yes.
if we are using a 125 grain bullet in a 357 with an 8.5-inch barrel, and we fill the case to 102% capacity, so compressing it just a little bit, you're only going to see 1,000 foot per second and like only 10,000 psi.
Only.
What?
And it says that you're only says results without any guarantee on usability. Warning: 2.3% compressed charge. End of combustion after the projectile exits muzzle. Real maximum pressure inside barrel. IPSC power factor 127. Warning: this data predicted by quick load cannot be used as a substitute for information gained from standard hand loading manual references.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
It's going to make one hell of a fireball and go real slow if it doesn't get stuck in your barrel, is what I'm saying.
So is that just because you're using too much powder?
Well, it's a slow-burning powder, right? So it just, yeah, basically.
Now, what if you were to only load at 50% capacity?
Let me tell you right now. That bullet will only generate 4,000 psi. Sammy spec maximum is 35,000, just for reference. And it'll take it when it exits the barrel. It'll only be doing 550 foot per second. So basically a pellet gun.
So you legally don't have to consider a firearm.
I mean, this all sounds positively thrilling. I gotta use Varget on my 357 Magnum.
I mean, you should never listen to some asshole on the internet for reloading advice. But in my experience, you can fill a case up with Varget to the top, and it's always going to be fine. Always.
Note he's calling himself an asshole, so I consider him a little more trustworthy.
Exactly.
Well, you did that with your 4570, right?
Oh, and it was spectacular. I loved it.
The guy I work with says he can load anything up with just shoves powder in it, and for the most part, it's fine.
Hi, Adriel. he even listening to us?
The bald man has arrived.
Adriel.
And you just give yourself about 20 more years, you'll be on your way.
Hey, crazy. Hey, crazy. Hey, crazy.
Adriel, you look so serious. Are you paying attention or are you doing work? I don't think he hears us.
Hunting guy!
Hunting gear guy. Nope, definitely not. Okay. Let's find. What else do I have? I think. Can't remember.
What did I miss in the first hour or so?
No, nothing much. Herb
saw that when he
Scope.
scoped. Yeah.
Did I miss fear-mongering about the CBC?
How do you
No,
talk about
actually,
that?
we
we
just
talked about that last week.
Rant, I'm going to go on about that later. Once I get more drunk, so I sound more irrational and crazy.
Yeah, that's always a plus.
You mean it gets worse?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh. Okay. Well, folks, if Adriel doesn't say anything soon.
Oh, Mike got moves.
Adriel?
Oh, he's gone.
Okay, well,
He's probably got his headset fucked up or something.
something like that. Well, folks. Oh, wait. Is he? No, never mind.
He'll probably be coming back in the second year, I expect.
Yeah. So, yeah, for everybody that has shown up so far and that has stuck around for the whole of the show, thank you. We really appreciate it. We have 10 viewers right now, which...
Did you go through top posts of the dick?
Yeah, we did.
Ah, shit.
Adriel.
Talk about True North Arms shit posting skills.
Yeah.
Man, did anybody tweet that picture at Justin Trudeau? I really wanted to, but I don't have a Twitter account.
Oh, fuck. That one, why do you need to hunt with an AR? Because it's 2016. Yeah.
I was thinking about
That'd be
posting it on
pretty nasty.
Instagram and trying to tag him in that, but I didn't want to fuck around. Twitter would be much better.
Apparently, they really like when you start posting cuckold porn that's been photoshopped to include Justin Trudeau and his wife. They really get pissed about that, and you get banned from Twitter.
Well, Twitter is run by a bunch of fucking idiots anyway, so... Have you ever looked at who's on Twitter's like ethics advisory board? It's a shit show. Twitter's a fucking joke.
One dude got fucking banned or whatever because he called a girl a fucking gorilla or some shit.
No, that was Milo. Was that Milo Yiannopoulos?
Yeah, I think it was Milo.
Commenting on Harambe memes.
He's been
and-
blocked a couple of times.
I don't know.
I'll be
Yeah.
back in a minute.
Hey,
Yeah.
Adriel's here. Hi, Adriel.
Yeah, finally
Yeah,
heard us this
Adriel,
time.
earlier you were kind of just like posing for us, just like this, just like staring into
Just
the
like very
staring
intently
in deep
looking
thought.
at your screen while we tried to talk
You
to you
look
and
kind
you
of
ignore
angry, to
us.
be honest.
So I was trying to load it up in Chrome and it did not respect my audio settings whatsoever.
I was thinking about the death of Harambe. So
Oh, shit. I can't believe I forgot. I got those from Adriel.
sick.
Oh, you got your Harambe backup sites?
On the subject of Harambe, what pistol caliber would you recommend for taking a gorilla?
10mm auto.
Yes.
500 S&W.
So on top of the rectal use only stickers, what is it that this was, Adriel? You said this was something.
Those
Those
are,
are
cord, isn't it?
earbud holders. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
You
earbud
put the jack through the front there, you wrap it around the shaft, and you put the earbuds through the bottom balls there.
It's
Works
no,
really
no,
well.
It's for adjusting SKS sites. That's what's really for there.
And I got a sweet Picatinny rail grip.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Your
and,
dangerous ATF vertical foregrip.
You sent me this thing, and I know it's for 3-gun, but I don't operate. So what is it?
It's a match saver. You put that on the side of your shotgun, and it holds the last one.
Yeah, it's very tactical.
So
and
when
then,
you fuck up and use up all your shells, you can quickly slam that one in there.
and then
Yeah,
hold up,
this guy.
I gotta put this on right now because our Lord and Savior is here. Okay, I'm gonna put that on the 90-degree slope so that I can operate sideways.
Good plan. Good plan.
Oh yeah, nothing like a 4-inch side radius on the side of my AR. Yeah, there you go. Oh yeah. See that one?
Like so fucking close together.
Yeah. It is literally like 4 inches. It actually, ow! I just knocked my teeth. Ow. Yeah, that actually kind of works.
It's black, just like your heart and the rifle.
Yep.
And Harambe.
Black Gatsby.
And the kid that got Harambe
What
killed.
the hell am I talking about? I can just put this on the top rail and co-witness it with my scope.
Do you have a scope that can actually co-witness?
Yeah, ish.
I thought you had a Bushnell or whatever on there.
Oh yeah. There we go.
You're putting him in front, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, now it's in front of the scope.
I
There we
cannot
go.
find for the life of me the bag limit regulations for Newfoundland.
Lots.
Oh, it's
They're
just-
migratory, aren't they? Aren't they the same as migratory? It might be different. I don't know.
Sorry, what are you talking about?
Holy shit! It actually works.
Apparently, you can only shoot 10 spruce grouse in Saskatchewan per day.
I know that they vary in
Oh,
Newfoundland for some things. I just got to see small game regulations.
Well,
Maybe it's in here.
Adriel, thank you for the backup sites. They actually co-witness with my scope.
Look at that.
Well, if the right,
High quality.
if the right backup
Janitor
site
did
height,
a
they
good
should
job in the
co-witness.
sign.
It
Good
was been
job, janitor. You made these
Those-
co-witness.
those sites have been downloaded 152 times this week.
Guys,
How many? Does it say how many total downloads they have?
2,858.
oh my god.
Almost 3,000 people have got your backup sites.
You got a donation, didn't you?
No, I didn't have it set up. I got a notification that somebody tried to donate, and since I didn't have it set up, they couldn't. So I set it up and didn't get one then. But, I mean, I don't care. I literally, I designed the pick base, which took 3 seconds. But I just went to an AutoCAD site and stole that model of Harambe and put a square on his head. So I mean, I probably shouldn't be taking money for it.
What are you talking about? This is quality. Look at this thing. Look at his face.
That's what I mean. Anything that took talent on that is something I stole. So
No,
Well, I did
man.
the same thing for the penis
It's
foregrip thing.
It's a parody commentary. It's covered under fair law.
Fair use.
All
I
right.
did publish it under a Creative Commons license. So I don't know if that gets you anything.
What did I do with mine? Oh, mine's Creative Commons too. I only got 19 downloads on my ergonomic foregrip. Not nearly as much as your Harambe sites.
Hey, man, this is
Did
quality.
Clinton break get anything? Or
Oh, did you see that? That actually got removed off guns because technically it's a political post.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
let's see that.
It's barely political. Come on.
Well, I also figured out today I'm apparently not shadow banned from guns. Apparently my last posts have just been shit.
Yeah, guns is a tough act to break into.
Well, like
Crowd.
I posted a couple things on there. They didn't even get downvoted, which I was really confused by. So I went onto my alt account and tried to find the posts on our guns, and I couldn't find them. So I thought maybe I got
was it
banned.
links? Did you add a description?
Fuck, maybe that wasn't it. Maybe that was it. Yeah.
Yeah, if you don't add a
Add a
description, the bot eats your post after 10 minutes.
Yeah, but normally they shoot you a message or reply or something like that. Like, yo, asshole, put a fucking description in here. But they never did
No,
that.
no, it's just a bot. It'll take you down.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's what it is then.
I just
Okay.
used the tactical foregrip on front of my foregrip. Yeah.
There we go. And that's your index finger, like your operator fucking hold. Now, if you put your middle finger right there and your index finger straight and your thumb over top, yeah.
Yeah. There you go. And
Yeah.
and Adriel, just for you, look where I put there on the grip.
I had mine on my AR this weekend and no one noticed. I was really disappointed.
Aw.
Ran a 3-gun match, had for rectal use only on my AR. Nothing. I guess I'll have to put it on other people's rifles.
Did you?
Something I noticed today is apparently this handguard is not M-lock. I was very disappointed when I couldn't put my angle foregrip on it.
Oh, it's just those slots Bushmaster puts in their stuff, isn't it?
No, it's just it's Magpul's slots before Magpul created M-lock.
Yeah, that's
So
what I mean.
it's just a little too old. Well, fuck. Maybe the side one is M-lock because these bottom ones are narrower than the side ones. So the
I've
side-
made those work with M-Lock in the past, so you might get away with it.
Well, I was kind of wondering if I could just take a fucking router and just widen them up a bit and then just fit it in.
You don't even need to. You just suck it down real tight and it'll work.
Well, I couldn't get the little slots in these slots on the bottom here.
So
Random.
Little doohickeys on the
I did
bottom
some
here. I couldn't
searching.
get it in.
and I just found. I think I'm pretty sure I have H110, and I can push it to just shy of 2,000 feet per second. So that would be good.
Max load or go
Yeah.
home.
That one, 22 grains of H110 gives me just shy of 2,000 feet per second for my 22 with that grain. I also have the 140 grainers.
Oh, hey, you're checking like all the reloading data from Hodgdon.
Yeah, why else? Why would I use anything else? Fuck that. I'm not buying another manual.
I keep
Apparently
going
the
on there
lead
to see if
manual's,
there's
like,
shit
one
I
of the
can
best
load
ones.
crap for.
And
They don't
let's
have
see.
any loads for like any of the 8mm Mauser I can find.
Let's see
Like,
how fast I can push
my
my
powder.
158 grain projectiles. I'm pretty sure I have H110, so I have. Oh boy, that's gotta be fast.
oh, they got load data for tight group down there. It's
Yeah, no,
perfect.
that's what I've been using so far. I mean,
That's what
the
I'm
type-
going to be using because that's
that
what
I
my
use
dad
for
has
the
lying
gear.
around in the basement.
Yeah, I
38
use
though?
this. I use this one up here. I'm pretty sure. Oh yeah, no, this one. 7.5 grains, and I'm pretty sure I measured them a little bit iffy because a couple of the primers were kind of squished, but that's okay.
There's a question for you. I don't know if this is true in any other province, but here in Newfoundland, you can buy or sell grouse.
You just accidentally muted yourself, Andrew.
Good job, buddy.
Am I
Buy or
talking
sell-
right now?
You're
you
talking
hear
right
me?
now. Yes.
I mean, like I'm talking right now, but like, you know what I
Yes,
mean?
we can hear you.
Okay. I didn't think I muted myself. I must have just got muted. I don't know what happened.
It's okay. It happens.
Grouse. You're talking about grouse.
Talk about girls, damn it.
Crover's at you doing that.
What am I
He's
doing?
muted again. What the
He's
fuck?
muted again.
No, it's doing it himself. I don't
I'm not doing anything. Look, my hands are here.
Then
Look.
start talking.
Put
Okay.
your hands in the air.
My question is, my question is, in the places that you are, can you buy or sell grouse? Because you can here. I don't know if
No.
that's provincial or federal.
No, you cannot sell hunted game in Ontario because it needs to be inspected, and no food inspector is going to inspect game.
Interesting.
You can't
I'm
do it in
not
Alberta
sure.
either.
Really? I thought
Yeah.
you could do it in Alberta.
No, you
How-
can't sell
how-
any game.
No, you can't sell it. You could trade it. You could give it to someone.
Yeah, you can do that here, but you can't sell it. You can't serve it in a restaurant. You cannot. You can't basically charge money for hunted game in Ontario, and you cannot. You can't even donate it to a food bank. You
Now,
can't.
I've
you can't even
seen
do that.
people. I've seen people here sell it in a fucking restaurant. People sell turkey in a restaurant. That was wild and hunted. But I don't know. People didn't really care, and they didn't really look at the laws and whatnot.
No,
so.
you can't. I know you can't do that
You're
in
not
Ontario.
supposed to.
But really,
yeah,
who's
there's-
gonna check?
Yeah.
There's a specific provision that says snowshoe hare and grouse legally taken under license may be sold to anyone during the open season and within 7 days thereafter.
Nope, not in
Some
Ontario. Nothing hunted
weird
can be
thing.
sold without being inspected, and no one's gonna do the inspection.
Yeah.
Oh well,
Still don't know the bag limit, but that's it.
folks. If there is anything else we want to talk about, let's bring it up now. No,
All
nothing.
right, kind of a fucking pack conspiracy for you if you want to hear it.
We'll leave that for the after show.
Conspiracies.
Did you guys talk about hunting grouse this show or what?
Yeah.
And I missed it.
Well, fucking go for it, man. Who the fuck cares? Let's make it a long show tonight.
Disappointed. So disappointed.
So
What do
far,
you
we've
guys-
covered that they're stupid.
Like,
Yeah,
really
they're
fucking
stupid. Like, you know what I use for hunting grouse? I go out hunting during regular hunting season. I take my deer rifle. I take a fucking like Crossman pellet pistol, like yay big CO2 kind of a deal. And I shoot them in the head with that thing. I don't use a shotgun. I use a 22. I just use that guy when they're like they inevitably like scare up from wherever I am, kind of a thing. Is it different in Ontario? Do you gotta like shoot these things with a shotgun or something like that?
For what, grouse?
Yeah.
You can do shotgun or a 22.
Same here.
What about an air pistol? Just like,
Probably. I mean, I've heard of some people doing that, but it's usually a shotgun or a 22 people are using.
I don't think you're allowed to use anything, but I'm pretty sure it specifically
Where
says
did I
you're
just
only
put?
allowed to
I
use
think I already.
shotgun
the
or
fucking back.
with a shotgun with a certain size shot in it, or 22. I think that's legally all you're allowed to use here.
I've seen for migratory, shotgun, but for game birds, it's up to the province kind of a thing. Here in Alberta, it doesn't specify, so I just use that fucking, like, I got a 177 air pistol, I just use that guy.
I had one of those, and then I got the real deal.
The spring seems obnoxiously long.
You should see the spring in my shotgun. Trying to stick that in the fucking 4-shot tube is a pain in the ass.
Your
I know,
spring
a fucking
should
mag
be
cap
1.5 to 2 times the length of the tube that it's in, based on what? Who the fuck? Where was I reading that? Nordic Components. Nordic Components says 1.5 to 2 times the length. So that looks like 1.5 to 2 times the length on your AR spring there.
Yeah, probably.
Does that also count for mag tubes?
Yeah, and that's what they were quoting for, was for mag tubes. So, like, if you get a Nordic Components extension, they send this big ass spring with it.
I know. And the bag says you need to cut it to fit, right?
Yeah. So you don't cut to the length of it. You cut to like 1.5 times the length of the tube, and that'll give you enough spring pressure to run a semi. Ish.
Yeah,
I mean, it's a rough rule of thumb, right?
This thing has no mag cap to keep it held in. It's literally just held in by the screw on the top. So just trying to shove the spring in there and screw it in is a pain in the ass.
Lever actions
one
have
for
no
my,
mag capacity, right?
SPX
No.
is pretty nice.
Lever actions have no mag cap, except when you're hunting in Ontario with a shotgun. It doesn't matter what you're hunting. It's 2+1.
Yeah, same here.
They figure federal regulations say that for waterfowl, so fuck it. It's for everything with a shotgun.
Well, we've got 5 as a limit on our semi-autos here in Alberta.
You've got 5 as limit for semi-autos everywhere.
Yeah, it's a 5 limit for semi-autos, but you have to like put some kind of device in it to plug it to 2+1 if you're hunting with it here.
No, I'm saying for like rifles or something like that. So if I was to go out and do coyotes, I couldn't take my LAR or my Beowulf mags because I'm hunting with more than 5, right?
To 5
no, in Ontario, it's just whatever you're legally allowed to have with. If I were to take an XCR or some shit like that, I could load a Beowulf into it and they wouldn't give a fuck.
So, like, by the letter of the law here in Alberta, the Garand with its 8-round end blocks is fine for the range, but if you were to take it hunting, you'd have to block it down to 5 or get one of those like crimped up ones.
How is the Garand legal with 8 rounds? Is there like a special
There is an exemption. There's a special exemption for the Garand in the law.
Okay.
They did historical exemptions for some things. A Garand is one. Anything derived from a Lee Enfield, and ironically, a couple of World War I machine guns that you can't own anyway are exempt from mag cap restrictions. So is any C96. Yeah. So is any C96. Oh, sorry, Adriel's trying to show something.
Oh yeah, this is a 5-round Garand clip, just chopped, right? Just done with like a quick Dremel kind of a thing. You can get these on Brunel's though. So there's your regular, and there's your chopped one. And like in Alberta, to hunt with a Garand, you have to use a shorter clip because you can't shoot with something that's an 8-rounder. So
you can't shoot with an 8-rounder even if you just load 5 in it?
You can't load 5 rounds in a normal end block.
Yeah, you can.
Well, yeah, you can.
You have to stick the clip in there, then you can load your rounds into it.
I'm not. I can't remember if it's a capacity or if it's a using issue. But in the Alberta regs, it says with a semi-automatic you can't hunt with something more than 5 rounds. So I quickly made these Garand clips up, and I mean you can do it with the end blocks, but this is a lot nicer to throw into your pocket, load into the Garand because you can just load them in like that, and then you've got your 5 rounds for hunting kind of thing, right?
You just push it in there and clamp it onto your thumb.
Well, you need to watch the video about how to load a Garand. It talks about loading it without clamping your thumb and loading it with rounds not other than 8.
Oh yeah, you can do it. For me, it's more a matter of like I want to carry this around in my pocket.
Oh
so
yeah,
if I'm going from place to place kind of thing, I gotta get out of a car. There's my place I'm gonna hunt. I grab this guy, I chuck it in the Garand. I'm good to go kind of thing.
It's definitely not ideal to load them with the clip in there, but you can't do it.
Yeah. You gotta
This
kind
is
of like.
really annoying. Why is there pins in these things? God damn it.
Yeah, Ontario's got no such rule. You could hunt with alarm eggs, but the fish cops probably don't know that, so they'd be angry at you anyway. You could hunt with like the Lee Enfield. You can load up all fucking 10 in there if you want, but if you take 10 shots to kill a deer, maybe you need to spend some more time on the range.
Or maybe it's
you
a
should
shot
not
out
use a
arrow.
shitty 30-30.
Yeah, you could go and load up all fucking whatever the fuck that fits in a 30-30. You could go and load your fucking. You want to go grouse hunting with a 5.97? Load up a 30-round mag and have at her. Fucking go on.
That's what we were talking about earlier, Crazy, that some guy somewhere is going to get pulled over by a conservation officer and they're going to have a 10-22 with a 25 rounder. They're going to be the first one to get charged because nobody's been charged yet.
They'll be the martyr that they'll be the hero that Canadian gun owners need, but not the one that they
Probably
deserve.
be some unfortunate guy that just wasn't paying attention to the laws and didn't even realize it.
It'll be some like fucking 60-year-old.
The RCMP has told literally nobody.
It'll be some 60-year-old fucking like Italian dude getting fucked in like Ontario.
Was that Herbs?
Yeah, the RCMP is going to wait till they find the right guy that they can drag into court. So they're going to find. It's not going to be like someone who's sympathetic to a jury. They're going to find some absolute shitbag who probably, they busted him on a whole bunch of other shit at the same time.
Yeah.
That no one's going to sympathize with them, and that's how they're going to nail us. And this is where they're going to set case law in court to nail the rest. Anyone else who has a fucking 25.
The only thing is, usually those kind of charges get plead out if there's bigger charges in play. They either plea it out or they ignore it.
It's still guilty.
Yeah, but the thing is, if the charge was not listed there, and especially since case law can be set by having the next lawyer argue that case did not address this issue specifically.
You could be right, but at the same time, the RCMP are going to pick their battles, and they're going to pick the guy who's the biggest shitbag possible. That if it does go to a jury trial, the guy's got no chance. They're not going to pick someone who's a reasonable, sensible gun owner.
I'm sick.
They're going to pick someone that they come with a bag of coke at the same time.
I mean, it happens. I mean, the anti-gay laws in Texas were struck down by people who didn't want to be part of that whole thing. Like it happens regularly, but it's going to be by random. It's going to be by random. The RCMP aren't going to pick a good or a bad. They're going to charge someone with this. It's going to be one of the first ones out, and then whoever the lobby is going to be, they're going to get behind it, and they're going to put some lawyers and some muscle behind it and try to fight it out in court.
Yeah, no one really expects the RCMP to win that case. Honestly, I don't know why the hell they're doing. Well, people are saying it's so they can go and point and wave the finger at the government and go, "Say, look, we need worse laws in this country." But
maybe.
I don't think I've talked to anyone who expects the RCMP to actually win that court case.
Nope.
I think the only way to be able to win that court case is if they pick someone who's like they've already got other shit working against them. So either they're a drug dealer or they got caught with it while they were beating the shit out of their wife or something like that. This way, it's really easy to push everything on them. And it's easy to, portray gun owners as being these giant shitbags like this one particular asshole that they find.
Well, like I said, usually in those cases, they get rid of the smaller charges and they'll take them only on the bigger ones. They're not going to charge them with, for one, the drug dealer's not likely to have a 1022, but he'll likely have other shit. But if they're going to charge him with possession of prohibited devices, it's likely going to be for the possession of a firearm without a license, and it will likely be for overcapacity magazines for other guns than the 1022. Sure, if he has a 1022, he's not going to fucking know about the law. But the thing is, case law will not necessarily be set in that case in particular, because a lawyer, like I said, could probably argue this particular case did not address this issue specifically, and then take it again in the future there that look, this trial encompassed a lot of issues, whereas this is a trial about this specific issue now.
You do have a point. The only other thing I could think of would be if they found someone who's also breaking a few other firearms laws, like say someone had unpinned mags, or say even if they had an illegal full auto, something like that. They would try to lump it all in together.
Again, that would be several. That would be multiple charges of possession of a prohibited device, and it would be an all-encompassing thing that, like I said, could still be argued later about the specific case of the 1022.
Yeah. Adriel, what are you operating?
We should try and get Varsil on here someday or something like that. See if we can get Varsil to come on and explain some of this shit.
Andrew's falling asleep, so I'm trying to make lots of noise.
I'm not falling asleep. I'm just thinking about something.
Sure.
No, I tell you, if I was falling asleep.
This is my FNS 9 long slide, and it is. I fucking like this pistol. I had an MMP 9 with a 2-pound trigger before. This thing's got like a 7-pound trigger. I'm more accurate with this thing. I shot it at a match on Saturday, and my pistol was fucking fine. Janitor pants, you know that the VTAC you had to shoot with the pistol through the at the steel? I missed once.
Oh,
just
that
one
thing
miss.
fucked me over hard.
That's
it was
still
hard.
7 pounds is a heavy trigger still.
Yeah, it's heavy, but I'm a big guy, and like I can muscle around a pistol. So like I just muscled around, and it's fine for me. It worked a lot better than the M&P.
Do you think it's because of the longer sight radius or something else?
Longer sight radius, and the trigger breaks differently on the M&P with the Apex trigger. It's a nice break, and it doesn't have that long sight radius. And I don't know. Maybe this sight radius is better at just surprising me. I don't anticipate it as much, so I don't like do the classic flinch, right? I mean, if any of you guys are shooting pistol and you're like, oh man, I'm shooting down and to the left, that's you. That's not the pistol, right? It's not the sights and anything. But with this guy here, I either can't anticipate or I don't as much, and I pull through the trigger and it just hits what I'm shooting at. So
yeah, no, my buddy that was there, he normally runs an M&P. I went to pick him up that morning. He said, shit, I forgot my pistol. So I brought my 1911 and my Shadow and said, just knock yourself out. Try whatever you want. He didn't want to give that Shadow back when we were done.
Yeah, that's like the SPO1's like the way to go, right?
Yeah.
Anybody and their mother that talks about 3-gun is like SPO1, Shadow. That's it. If you're just going to start, you don't want to fuck with it, you want it to run well, SPO1, Shadow.
It's funny, though, because he did notice we were watching you on the closer stage of the rifle, pistol, shotgun there, and he noticed that you seemed to shoot a lot of times without reloading. Just mention that.
You notice I only left one mag on that one stage with like all the targets on the left there? I dropped one mag.
Yeah. And I went through 4, so yeah.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. No, it was good. Like that was a good match. The only thing I wish is if I had carried 3 extra shotgun shells in a dump pouch, I would have cut 60 seconds off my time because I had 3 fails to engage.
You were smoking through that stage. To see you leave those 3 standing at the end was so sad. So sad.
Serves me right. I mean, I gotta take those things as a learning opportunity. I've got a big fucking dump pouch. I can put 25 rounds in there. Why am I just putting in like what'll fit in my shotgun? I should just put a couple extra, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's good.
Now you know, and now everybody knows. You carry as much ammo as you can.
Well, that's I can hold.
Out.
Yeah.
But
between my shotgun, my carriers, my match savers, and then my side saddle, I think I can hold 38 rounds. And I've still got 5 rounds Velcroed to the back of my belt just in case.
I swear you just said Velcro to the back of your
picking
belt.
up shells and just off the ground,
to the back of my.
throwing
It's those high-speed gear shot shell caddies.
No,
they're Velcro.
No, you said Velcroed to the back of my velt.
Oh, I got little kids. That's how they talk. We eat a lot of Paschetti around here too.
Oh my god.
It reminds me of my dad. I said I was playing WoW, and he's like, "Oh, you're playing World of Wumbo." I'm like, "Where the fuck do you come up with these things?"
He just doesn't give a fuck. Yeah. No, it was a fun match. Did you talk about it yet?
No, not at all.
Actually, no.
Fuck, lay it out. Okay, Sean and I designed some real lazy stages. We basically took 2 stages and then glued them together in the middle so we'd have like less reset. There's 15 rounds in the middle here, and we just went boop. So we basically made 2 stages out of like 1.5. That was the shotgun stages. Why don't you lead us through the rifle, pistol, shotgun there, janitor?
Yeah, so there was 2 stages. The one that I started on, it had a 9-hole VTAC board. So you had to use 7 of the positions on that with your pistol at about, I would say, 20 yards. And you had to shoot steel targets through each one of those holes. From there, you had to run backwards, double tap on steel with a shotgun slug at about 50 yards on 2 separate targets. And then they had basically a bunch of barriers set up with steel in behind. So what it was some really small little windows in the barriers and a line that you walk down. I think there was 6 or 7 IPSC targets in there, and you just had to double tap those each with your rifle. But kind of the way they had it set up, it was kind of tight sight pictures on all of those. So that was an interesting stage for sure. The other one, how did that one start? You climbed up a roof with your pistol, a roof prop.
Starting was rifle on steel.
That's right.
And, yeah, rifle on steel through a VTAC.
Yeah, same drill as the pistol, 7 different holes through the VTAC at 100 yards on steel. 2 different targets, 1 shot on each through each hole. Then climbing up a roof and shooting 2/3 IPSC steel poppers at, I'd say 15 yards. And then from there, jumping down, same thing, a Texas Star through a small window with a couple more steel targets and some poppers, and then just the tiniest window you've ever seen with about 8 steel targets from there. Then running backwards, 5 steel poppers with shotgun, as well as 5 clays hidden way off in the bushes. But yeah, it was lots of fun. It was good design for sure. Your shotgun too, that's my buddy when he's coming, like he's done some IPSC stuff. And they have some kind of a 3-gun at Sibbald Flats, but he says not much for props or steel or anything like that. So when I told him the round count, he's going, "No, you're joking. Nobody shoots that many rounds." I said, No, bring that many rounds. But yeah, he had a blast. He wants to come back. So, and he's coming all the way from Cochrane's. So kudos to the club.
Yeah. No, it's high round counts for sure.
Yeah.
Well, we don't have the whole course of fire, right? So it's just got to be like, get as many in as possible.
But I was amazed. Like he's military, right? So he's done a couple tours overseas. He's with the reserves and this and that. But yeah, geez, I haven't shot with him in quite a few years. To see him come in 8th place on his first try just made me pissed off. I invited him. Also, like, good for him, right? Like, that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So what was you were talking to me about this on the IRC? What were the differences in the stances and everything that he was doing?
Well, not so much different, just a little bit different stance, or laying on his back for some of his shots, or just different angles that you don't see most of those guys use. So I think mainly he's just more comfortable shooting in a lot of weird positions for whatever reason. He's telling me about some of the simulators they get to train on. They use CO2 charged magazines on video simulators.
Yeah, they do. They're fun.
And he said, like, you get to do some really interesting scenarios with that stuff. So I think it's just he's got a ton of trigger time, right?
They've those simulators too. They even have M203s on some of them. They've got they got them for the machine guns. They got them for the laws. They got them for everything. It's hilarious.
He said even rocket launchers.
Yeah. I got to fuck around on one. At one point, it was a bit outdated. It looked like I was playing fucking GoldenEye on the N64.
Yeah, I think I shot the same one.
Yeah, we're fucking around. The thing is, they have a very bad tendency to run away on full auto. So I'm sitting there trying to do burst, and instead just burst, and it just dumps my whole mag for me. Stops when it recognizes I fired 30 shots, and then I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah. I got to use that simulator in Calgary because my military history class teacher somehow got us a tour of the Curry Barracks before they were completely decommissioned.
Yep.
And they had a simulator there, and we got to like playing that a bit. I was wondering if I actually scored any hits because all the other kids were just mag dumping. I was like, okay, I gotta see where my shots are landing. And once I figured that out, I actually got a couple of hits.
Yeah, that's where he's at with the reserves. He's with the engineering corps now, but yeah, that's he says he's in there quite a bit. So
It's because it's cheaper than giving them actual ammo to go shoot. With all the fucking budget cuts, they're trying to save money any way they can. I remember one of the ones you're in two choppers. You're cruising one chopper. There's another chopper ahead of you, and you're landing into a deployment area. I kept trying to lob an M203 at the chopper in front of us to see if I could hit it. Never did, but.
This is not Call of Duty, okay?
Well, of course, we're civvies, so we can just fuck around. You know that if you're in the military and you're trying that shit, your sergeant will be riding your ass for doing crap like that.
Man, I do that in so many video games. Like, did they model this? Can I actually do this? Then you light yourself on fire, and you're like, "Oh shit, they actually modeled that."
It's like in video games when you shoot down a helicopter with a 1911.
Oh yeah,
That dank ass 45, man.
I've done that. I remember playing Grand Theft Auto and shooting down a police chopper with a sawed-off shotgun, riding around on a Vespa.
Yeah, man, it's like special explosive rocket 45 ACPC. That's what it is.
No, that's just regular ball ammo.
It's a standard 45 ACP, man. Got that stopping power.
45 Soul Killer.
So Crover, you're up to
45
date on
BB
all the
killer.
memes from Gunit. When the fuck did 32 ACP become the one true caliber?
32 ACP? That's
Have you not seen people? I've seen people shitposting about it. Maybe it's just the same guy shitposting I keep seeing on Gunit, but on guns. But like, I keep seeing people claiming 32 ACP is the one true caliber, all caps.
I actually am not
10
familiar with that one, I
millimeter.
gotta tell you. And I see a lot of weekend Gunnet posts, man.
Herps, are you drinking wine?
Yes, heavily.
Fancy ass motherfucker over there drinking his wine. I'm just drinking fucking neat vodka.
This is the cheap ass, budget ass, fucking grocery store wine. It's like less than
We're coming up on like
I can't
2.5
even call
hours here.
things grocery store wine because I live in Ontario. You can't buy alcohol in the grocery store.
Go to the fucking East Coast where we're all alcoholics. Like, that's
Andrew,
the
you're
one
on your
good
way
thing-
there, aren't you?
I studied engineering. We're all alcoholics too. So
Herps,
why-
where do you live where you can buy in the grocery store? Do you live in Quebec?
No, man, New Brunswick.
You can buy it in the grocery store in New Brunswick.
Yep.
Oh, I thought your laws were fucked like everybody else's.
No beer, no liquor, just
New
only
Brunswick
wine.
is somehow like less fucked for whatever reason. It's
Yeah,
not
I
like
know.
Quebec fucked. It's
for
like,
only alcohol, don't you need an ATT to go hunting in New Brunswick?
yeah, they got that little
Ugh.
business.
No
I
fun
haven't-
way.
I haven't even bothered. That's why I only go to the range anyway, so I might as well have just got my fucking RPAL.
Attaboy.
Well, Crover, I think Crazy was making a point there that we're 2.5 hours in here.
Yep.
Was I
and
making
we're
a
ready
point
for
there?
the drink, and we need to talk about putting shit in people's asses. So thank you, everybody, for coming out tonight. It's been a great show, I gotta tell you, and I quite enjoyed it. Say good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Viva la 1022. Good night.
Same place, same channel, same time next week. Fuck you all.
Save